Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of various ages, welcome to the live stream. Guys, it's Thursday Night Lights. That sounds just a little weird. It's a little different than the normal situation. But Let's Go Elks here live in Winslow as the Bulldogs host the Round Valley Elks. How are we doing tonight, gentlemen?
Doing good, Wes. This is Ethan Holiday here to the left.
Right here, left, whatever that does on your screen, might mirror and flip. And then on this side, we got Mr. Brandon Mossness.
Absolutely.
A.K.A. Coach, A.K.A. I don't even know what else. We can make up some names tonight as we go. But we got Brandon on
Security.
Dome Security. That's
Dome
it.
Security.
Don't make him mad. We got Security on the stats tonight, bringing it that. Stats tonight, again, brought to you by Shortstop. Shortstop's got their month-long promotions going on. Have you got this thing in the mail yet? Because they're wanting to give you lots of things for free. So we'll show that a little bit later, but Shortstop's bringing us the stats. So, Brandon, no pressure.
I'm going to do my best. I'm not a tech guy, so ready to dive into it, see what we can do.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Emerald Sanders Realty pregame show here on Let's Go Elks. Thanks for joining us as we get ready. Guys, we had a couple hours to conversate. Ethan, you were on your cell phone when we had service. Your thoughts as we see both of these teams being 4-3, similar records. Round Valley a little higher on the placement perspective or the rankings. But what did Max Preps tell you as you were checking things out on the way over?
So, yeah, this Winslow, interesting team, as they have played, kind of hard to predict. Games you think would be really close have been a blowout one way or the other. Games you think wouldn't be close have come down to a point difference. You have them beating Flagstaff. A 4A team.
Oh, so what did I'm going to say it's 24's dad. I'm not sure, but one of the Bulldogs parents sitting next to us. What did they say about that? How did that game go down with Flagstaff?
They said they had their number that night, took care of business, but also they're 1-4, so maybe a down year for them.
Okay.
That he said that Holbrook team, from what I've been hearing, got a new coach and they are good. He said they were really good. And then Shola was really their other big loss. Felt like they got off to a bad start and struggled to get back in it. Other than that, I think a 1-point loss to Monument Valley, which is kind of surprising.
Considering what you went and saw up in Canto, right?
Indeed, which, that Monument Valley team is one of those teams where if they get off to a hot start, I could see them hanging with the toughest. I think they're not a good play from behind team, but if they get up or if they're
it's hard to
can
catch
answer
them.
back. I think they would play really tough. They were good athletes. They seemed to once they kind of got behind by enough, then they kind of struggled.
A lot of penalties that game as well as I understand it,
there was.
right? So that definitely changes the momentum of the game.
Just killed drives both directions, back and forth. It was rough.
So I heard a trumpet in the background. Is it Mardi Gras night here in Winslow? I don't know. I'm waiting for the beads to start getting thrown right here.
That was pretty impressive. I
wanted to do the hokey pokey.
That was awesome.
All right, guys, I'm going to check. I may have to do it with my phone, actually, because our setup's a little bit different. But if you're in the comments, let us know. Ethan's got his phone out. Let us know if you can hear us loud and clear. We're live here on Facebook and on the YouTubes. Guys, if you hadn't had a chance to do so, please click that red button on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Join the herd as we make the climb to 1,000 people in the herd on our YouTube channel. As always, you can join and like our Instagram and our Facebook pages as well as we bring you pictures, highlights, all sorts of goofy stuff. Tonight, a little bit of a different crew for us. We got the Madrids down on the field. I was looking around for them. Oh, there they are. They're on the other side on the other 30. We got the Madrids on the field with us tonight. And then we got Mrs. McBride up top on the main cam. A little bit of different situation for us, but we'll give you a little shot of the field here. Coach, you were telling us this beautiful field that they have here in Winslow.
Absolutely. So the first time I ever saw it was 10 years ago when I was coaching 3rd and 4th graders, coaching the little Elks. And the artificial turf just brings a whole new aspect to the game. I know we're used to it in the dome, and then when we go and play on grass fields, it's a little different, but at least I think we'll be a little more comfortable on this type of surface, and it's not wet, so it's not slick. So I think it'll give us kind of that advantage, I guess, if you want to call it some type of advantage.
We're used to it,
yes,
right? I mean, it's
exactly.
going to feel just like home, and so
exactly.
What's really interesting to watch is people that have never played a soccer game on this kind of material, and they kick the ball, and there's not as much friction as there is on real grass, and that ball just takes off.
Yes. Well, and I think we're going to see a lot of fast plays tonight, ones that we might not be used to seeing when we do play away games and we're at those grass fields in Sholo,
sure.
St. John's, that type of a thing.
Ethan, you were looking at the stats from a yards perspective. What do we expect to see Winslow do just based on what you saw rushing yards-wise?
So just looking at the stats, it feels like they don't have like breakout stars that just kind of dominate the game. It looks like they kind of distribute about between 4 or 5 different people, and they all average. I mean, their average was 30 yards, but I mean that could be obliterated by a bad game, and
or bad stats, right?
Bad,
I mean,
bad stats. I mean,
it is max preps, and so who knows what we're getting from that.
Yeah, it looked like not 1 or 2 dominant players, but about 3, 4 that they kind of rely on to get the majority of their yards. Quarterback, 2 running backs, and it looked like 1 wide receiver. So, was pretty typical for a high school.
Was that all rushing? Or was that total?
It was
per
total
game?
yards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so that may be mixed in with some passing. We don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't have a chance to go back and watch any footage, see if Winslow's much of a threat in the air, but I don't know. We'll see. Can't wait to find out.
We're still here in pregame. We're in the Emerald Sanders Realty pregame show here on Let's Go Elks. Ethan, anybody comments? The sound coming through okay? We had to hook it up a little differently today.
Yep. Shane Walker said we sound good, and June Shire thanked us.
Yeah, Marjune.
So, hey, man.
Thanks for joining us. Marjune Shire taught me piano for a number of years growing up. Just throwing that one out there.
Do you still play piano? Be honest.
I do occasionally. My kids more than me. My son's actually playing in middle school. They offer a piano class now. He's doing that.
Awesome.
And so we're actually looking at new sheet music, like the Minecraft theme song that's a really chill piano song. Like we're trying to get stuff that he'll really enjoy. So he's playing all sorts of different music.
That's pretty cool.
Came home and played a fair bit of Fur Elise from memory, which was really cool. So
good song.
That was kind of neat.
Classic.
But yeah, guys, we're about 7 minutes total. They've got their clock running about, they're going to say 2 minutes to the hour right now. The team should be coming out here momentarily. I think I see the Bulldogs coming over across the side. But, guys, we want to give a big thanks to Jody and all the support that she gives us. She helped us out softball earlier in the year. She's helping us out with football. Super appreciate Jody. She helped me buy my first home. So if you're looking to buy, sell, do something, give Emerald Sanders Realty a call. Jody's got a big smile on her face. She'll show you what you need and get you into the house that you want. 928-245-0392 is Jody Emerald. And you can swing on down a little bit later in the game as we score a Trail Riders touchdown, and you can see Jody at Trail Riders as well. So Jody going to be all over the stream tonight. The Bulldogs are getting into the tunnel. There's the Elks. Kick it over. Oh, yes, look at that shot right now by the Madrids. See Keanu, homecoming king. Keanu Clark, number 77.
Yes.
Trayson Merrill with the number change. Now, Coach, you were telling us that number change is partially due because he is playing some offensive line now.
Yes.
All right.
I noticed that last game against Window Rock. They kind of made that change. I think it was, from what I've seen, Trayson is not afraid to put his hands in his head on somebody. And so I think they might have needed that extra help on the offensive line, thus the number change.
So talking to Coach a couple weeks ago, I was told that every position up for grabs, guys. We're going to go to Monday practice, and you got to earn your position again. And I think in that game that Friday, we saw things shake up a little bit. We saw people in different places doing different things. Perhaps this is an outcome of this, that Trayson's like, you know what, I can be mean on the line, or that's exactly what we need to be able to pull on the left side or on the right side a little bit stronger. And so made me think of Hogle. Hogle came and ran guard for us a couple years ago, and it was cool interviewing him because he talked about that it's not about me, it's about we, it's about the team. And so neat to see them being selfless enough to step it up in a different position, something that they may not be accustomed to, right?
Yes.
Could you imagine asking, Coach, one of your offensive tackles to play Trayson's position, to be like, hey, do a little tight end, do a little receiver, do a little something different?
Oh,
They might lose their mind.
They might, because my O-line likes to hit people. So if they had to go play a position where they're not hitting as much, I'm not sure if they would like it as much. But, for the benefit of the team, your offensive linemen are pretty forgiving in that aspect.
Here come the Bulldogs. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just a couple minutes away from kickoff. Captains will be out onto the field in a minute. I think it surprises me every year, but it shouldn't be a surprise. We have the same fight song as the Bulldogs. So whenever we score, it's going to be the fight song. But Elks, wherever you're at, I don't care if you're in your living room, if you're at Trail Riders watching the game, when you see a score, you're on your feet for the fight song.
Indeed.
I always get nervous asking for predictions because I am the worst predictor of any game ever. So maybe I'll just ask for your thoughts. Pre-game thoughts, Ethan.
So my biggest conversation with a parent before the game was Winslow plays to the competition, so he expects it to be a tough game.
For that,
luckily we practiced on the way over.
I mean, I don't know what else you do on that road between St. John's and Holbrook, but we sang the Star Spangled Banner about 8 times. I don't know. I'm glad we were ready.
Yeah, I did not know Mosnes had that voice. I'll be honest with you.
It was a surprise to us all. It absolutely was.
Lots of training.
Captains out onto the field. Ethan, we got 6, 7, and 8 for the Bulldogs. I see Keanu Reeves. Oh, my goodness. Keanu Reeves Clark, I think, is who it is. I see Trayson Merrill.
Dallin Walker.
And who's on the end, Mosnes?
Riker Marble.
All right, number 6 for the Bulldogs, Tavian Garcia.
Keanu Reeves.
Number 7, Keaton Kislingberry. And number 8, Brian Larson.
Are we going to give him that official nickname the rest of the season?
Maybe.
I think that's not a bad choice.
I can't hear the official. We do have him mic'd, but it does not appear to be coming through on that channel. He must not have turned it on. We'll see if he remembers.
Yeah, we got a 50-50 shot.
Winslow's calling it. Winslow got a tap on the shoulder. They're waving at the crowd. I don't know what's going on.
So Winslow's deferring.
We're scooting around. We're going to make some rotations as we decide who's defending what. Round Valley will receive. do the rosters look about even, Coach?
I think Round Valley with, some JV players on the sideline, I think we might edge them out by about 10 players.
A little deeper?
I'd say so. But I'm surprised with the numbers of Winslow this year. That looks good. Looks like they've got a good, healthy team. So like we were saying earlier in pregame, it should be a good contest.
Elks getting a little bit last second pumped up. Oh, here we go. Hey, that's what they looked like at homecoming when I was DJing. That was basically what happened for 3.5 hours right there. We're going to jump up and get down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some Thursday Night Lights here in Winslow, Arizona. This is dome weather. Am I right? There is not any wind to be had. It has got to be 60 degrees. Like, it is just like, so it's even cooler than it normally is.
It was so calm, you couldn't even tell that the American flag was on that pole during the national anthem.
Yeah, this is perfect. No, not a cloud in the sky. This is, it's not chilly like it was in Sholo for sure. So, yeah, perfect weather.
Number 14 chance.
Kicker getting placed. Guys, my eyes are completely broken. You're probably going to have to call out numbers. I don't know what is going on.
Number 14 is the kicker for Winslow.
All right, guys. It's time for some football. Welcome to your Treadmasters first quarter as Round Valley picks it up on the 25-yard line. Riley Harlan still up. He's going to come down just past the 40, I believe, if I see the lines right.
Yes, sir.
With the return for Round Valley.
Round Valley's offense coming out onto the field to get things started here tonight after whatever the 25 to 42 is. That's 17-yard return, right? I think that's how numbers work. 44-yard line is where they mark the ball.
Awesome.
44-yard line.
Elmer nearest us. I see number 24 there as he gets lined up. I'm going to say Markle. Oh, my goodness. Please don't let me talk the rest of the night. Marble hands off left side. I believe that's Clark with it. I believe that was Kyle Clark for a first down. Good for about 14.
They give it to number 2, Kyle Clark.
That is Kyle Clark. It's going to get to the 41-yard line on the other side. Would make it a 15-yard carry for Kyle Clark. Ooh, look at that shot by the Madrids down on the field. I like it.
Working that camera. That is one thing I've noticed is the immediate impact that Kyle Clark has had on our running game since he started.
Yes. He runs downhill, and it's fun to watch when he does run.
I roll downhill. Is that the same thing? All right, high snap. Hands off right side. Spin move by Clark. Clark is going to get about 5 yards on the play, maybe 6.
Run by number 2, Kyle Clark.
Yeah, I've often noticed that he rarely goes down with the first contact as well. He's got good balance, stays upright, and keeps chugging, trying to get those extra yards.
Second down and 4.
And I think it's his footwork that helps him with that. He's got amazing footwork that helps him get out of those tackles and keep on trucking.
We're going to call it 2nd and 5 for the Elks. Marble from the shotgun. A little bit of high snap again. Kyle Clark left side. I believe we crossed there. It's going to be an Elks first down. Let's see where the mark goes. I believe we're right on the 30.
We're going to go ahead and signal the first down, so we're going to go ahead and move those chains. Well, I thought they did. Yes, they did. Okay. Chain gang just didn't quite get
First down for Round Valley.
the memo.
3 straight runs for the Elks, 26 yards. Pretty good stats there if you're looking at averages.
All for Kyle Clark, right?
All for Kyle Clark.
1st and 10 for the Elks. Another high snap. Clark's going to get it up the middle right side this time. He's breaking a couple tackles. That's going to be another first down for Clark as he gets into the red zone. We're moving the chains.
Holy cow.
Let's see if we can catch that one if I remember how buttons work. Let's take a look at the White Mountain Regional Medical Center instant replay. And no, so we've gone left side, right side, left side, right side. This is the same play for the second time. Clark gets it right side, right up the 0 or the 2. Nice run by Mr. Clark.
All Kyle Clark this drive. 41 yards so far.
All Clark all the time. Marble from the shotgun, another high snap. He's going to hang on to this one. Left side for another first down. Riker, Marble, I believe that. Do you see hands in the air? I do. Ladies and gentlemen, your first Trail Riders touchdown. Riker Marble with the keeper. So 4 Kyle Clarks and a Riker make a right, I think is what it is.
I think so.
Or at least 6 points is what that is. Let's see if we can get this. Another high snap here. Riker holds it left side. Bobbing, weaving, juking, and moving for a Trail Riders touchdown. Ladies and gentlemen, I just got a text from Melissa. She said they are going to have to be closed until Saturday. So Trail Riders, go see them on Saturday. Go give them your love. But
All right, we've got a flag on the extra point kick.
On our side of the field. Round Valley off the field, except for 2 players.
Trayson.
And then 55.
Starting center. Who is the starting center for the Elks? 55.
Guys, we don't have a program. Oh, you're not going to have the line. We're going to have to pull up the max preps and see what we can do that way. Hey, there you go. We're going to scoot it back 5 yards and try again. The official got it turned on.
He remembered.
Scared the crap out of me, actually, in my right ear hole because he told us the play.
Who's that?
It was an illegal formation for any of the Bulldog fans that can hear me right now.
Yeah.
I had a grandma looking at me, so yep, I got you. Come right on over. We'll give you a mic.
She politely declines.
We'll give her the inside scoop, though, tonight. All right, here we go. Marble with the hold. Flores with the kick. That one's higher. That one's
Another
deeper.
flag on the play.
So they marked that one.
Is good.
They marked that one good.
There's a flag on the play.
Hold up. So this will be the second penalty of the game. Elks with 1 for 5 yards. We'll see what this one is. The Elks seem to be moving back again. Let's see what he says. So, Coach.
Is someone moving early?
What is the illegal? No, illegal, but that would be a false start.
Illegal formation, you have to have 7 people up on the line. They're not, you can't
There are 8 on the line right now. I think we're okay. Flores with his third. That one's even higher. Ladies and gentlemen, with 9:32 left in the first quarter, play your Round Valley Elks 7, Winslow Bulldogs 0. On your feet, Elks fans, for the fight song.
Yeah, I mean, as he got warmed up there, they were getting
better and better.
Better and better. I mean, he's good for like 45 right now.
Yeah,
we'll just
a few more tries. I think he's got 50 in.
We'll just get him tuned up. Tuned up. The weather's good for it.
It ended up being a 32-yard extra
point
point
so
attempt.
We're just padding numbers. That's Kevin's like jump.
Wait.
Jump twice.
Started at the 10. Okay, 30-yard field goal attempt somewhere in there. Just for an extra point.
So from the 2 plus 7 makes it a 19, so it's a 29-yard kick.
Yeah. Crazy.
There we go.
Crazy.
That was a lot of numbers.
That's and then it's stuff and the numbers and the things. But, guys, once again, Trail Riders going to be closed the rest of tonight and tomorrow. They're hoping to be back open on Saturday. But go give Trail Riders some love. Guys, I've been hooked lately on the patty melt, and then I do a side salad as well. But their patty melt on sourdough is fairly fantastic. Kevin Flores. That is going to get – oh, I thought it was going to make it to the end zone. Not quite.
About the 2-yard line.
17 breaks a couple tackles. He's going to get right about the 20, though. Winslow's going to pick it up on the 21, I think. We're just a little past.
21-yard line.
Goodness.
So that's good for what, 19 yards?
It's a good return. Solid.
Respectable.
Who's number 17, Ethan? Who do we got on the Bulldogs with that return?
Jordan Brinkley. All right, who we got in at quarterback tonight for the Bulldogs? What number we got? Is that looking like number 7?
It's a single digit. It looks like it.
So that is Keaton Kislingbury.
Kislingbury from the shotgun. He's going to fake a pitch, hand off left side. We're going to get about 2 yards on the play. We're going to be on the 24-yard line. Make it, so it's a 3-yard drive, 2nd and 7.
That was to number 10. That is Ty Despain.
Hey, I heard an echo.
Yeah.
Oh, I may let him say the quarterback's name once really quick. I won't say anything next time. I'll let Randy tell us what his name is. I like it. A lot of feedback, guys, on our atmosphere, Mike. I may turn it down. It sounds like somebody's over there just like caressing the microphone. Quarterback's going to hang on to it. Short of the first down, going to be 3rd and 2 or 3.
Number 7, Keaton Kesslingberry with the quarterback.
Kesslingberry.
Kessling-Berry.
Let's see how many times I can mess that up. Not on
Kissling-berry?
purpose. Kissling.
Kissling-berry.
I'm going to kiss the berry.
3rd and 2 for
Yeah.
the Bulldogs.
Or that's what his – no, never mind. Just kidding. I'm not.
Hey,
Hey,
easy,
whoa.
easy.
I was going to say that's what his date said at homecoming, but I'm not. Kisslingberry. Here we go. 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3. Kisslingberry from the shotgun. He's going to keep it. I think that's short of the first down. They're going to mark it on the 30. It's going to be 4th and 1. Opening drive, Coach. Do you punt because you're deep
More times than not, I would say yes.
this early in the game?
Give
right?
yourself a little cushion. But 4th and 2, Round Valley drove pretty easy there with those effective, those runs. I don't know.
You boot it deep, you get it out of there. I think this early in the game would be my vote, Ethan. Would you punt or play?
I would punt.
High snap.
Give your
High
defense
punt.
some reps to figure it out from deeper down the field,
I think that's out of bounds on about the 40. I was going to say 48. He's standing at the 47. Lots of whistles. They're communicating. They communicate in Morse code, I think is what happened.
Loving it.
Fairly certain that's how that works. Guys, did you know that you can do hyperbaric chamber therapy in Round Valley?
I have heard that somewhere.
My wife has done it.
Really?
And I want to say my son has done it. There's tons of things that it can help with, concussions being one of them, things like that. My wife went and did it after her knee surgery. And so altitude.life. Okay, I feel bad because I didn't even see a flag. Ethan, did you even know there was a penalty?
I did not. I missed where it
Coach,
landed at.
did you see it?
I saw it. I just didn't say anything. And last time
Coach.
he was in the middle of announcing a wonderful ad about the hyperbaric chamber. I didn't want to interrupt him.
I appreciate it, and so does Altitude.life. Guys, if you want to go check out all the cool things that they can do for you, they can help you for optimal performance, injury recovery, strengthening your immune system. Altitude.life in Eager, Arizona. High snap by Marble, or to Marble.
I think he wanted to maybe pitch it, but by the time he got it corralled and brought it back down, that opportunity was lost.
I would agree. There was a lot of hang time.
Yeah.
So consistently high snaps. Do we have a new center out today?
Not that I'm aware of, and it doesn't look like Winslow's running a 5 front with a nose, so the center should have time to get that snap down. Let me see who we have at center this week.
Just got to relax a little bit.
Who do we have? It's Nell Ruvacaba.
He's Nell.
Yeah, I love Nell. Let's see what he does here. Yep, he adjusted.
That's a little better.
Center
Right side
snap
now.
was down. That looks like Riley Harlan right there.
Number 4, Riley Harlan with the carry. Let's see where they mark it out. I believe that's going to be a first down. Good for about a 11 yard. We'll see it. Just keep it over 10.
Run by number 4.
That's going to be a first down, 11 yards for Riley Harlan.
Out of bounds by number 17.
So Nell with a nice adjustment there, getting
Yes.
the snap down. I think we did a shotgun snap maybe once or twice my whole high school career. And then it seems like now there's once or twice under center. Like, I feel like the game has changed a little bit. Ethan, when you played for the Elks, was it from the shotgun or was it under center?
It was both, but mostly shotgun. I felt like we definitely started spreading it out a lot more once Seymour showed up. And
Riley Harlan's going to get 4 yards on the carry, 3.5, 4 yards on the carry, second down. They're calling it 4 yards on the scoreboard, so we're going to go 4 yards for number 4.
As a previous center, I remember freshman and sophomore year, a lot of under center, and junior, senior year, a lot of shotgun. But we'd still mix in under center from time to time.
It has its place.
Absolutely.
I was a center as well. That's hilarious. 2nd and 6. Marble from the shotgun. Getting the play. Round Valley set up, heavy to the left side. Marble is going to run. Marble's trying to make something of it. And he does get a pass, and not very far away, actually, number 18, looking for the reception. So good scramble by Marble, unfortunately, making a little bit of lemonade there.
good scramble, getting yourself out of a bad situation. I'm happy with that throwaway instead of diving on the ball 10 yards
and
deep.
we now have a new center. That's Nell going off. It looks like, is that 55 coming in to take his place?
Let's see who lines up over the ball.
3rd down and 6.
Yeah,
for
just
Round
Elks
Valley.
looking for a little consistency on that snap right now. Not finding it.
I've noticed in past weeks, Nell has kind of been the backup center.
This is a change.
And
Absolutely.
so I'm not sure if he came in as an adjustment to those high snaps, get the first string center, get those jitters out of the way, and then have him come back in for a retry.
Marble's going to hang on to it, and he's still going. Riker Marble finds the end zone. Riker Marble with a keeper. Where were we at? It's a 53 yard carry.
53
from the
yard.
47.
Yep.
Riker Marble with a 53-yard carry for a Trail Riders touchdown here halfway through the first quarter. Puts the Elks up 13-0.
Well, he sold the fake to, I believe that was number 4, Mr. I'm blanking on names.
Riley Harlan.
Riley Harlan, which
There
I
you
was
go.
about to mess up.
Do you
And
guys
that freed him up because he snuck off the left side, and the defense didn't even notice him. And when they did, they were already trying to catch up.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you see how much we rely on those programs now?
Oh, so much.
Like, I didn't think to print them because I honestly didn't think that we'd need them. But, guys, with 5:43 left in the first, your Round Valley Elks go up 14-0 here in Winslow. Beautiful night, beautiful field. It's a good evening for football. Thursday night. It's weird, but we'll take it. So it is Thursday night because of the official shortage.
Coach giving Nell a talking to, so we'll see if maybe getting some adjustments on that. We'll see if he comes in next offensive series.
All right, guys, while we get things adjusted, let's give some love to Backwoods Tees right there on your screen right now. They've been serving the White Mountains since 2017, offering embroidery and screen printing services to create a variety of custom apparel, including hats and patches. You can come to them with a concept or a logo and the whole thing, and they will help you make up the difference and get it done that way. So family reunion, business, party, team, whatever it might be, Backwoods Tees. Give them a yell and go to backwoodstees.com. Local screen printing, embroidery goodness. Let's get back to the action in your Trade Masters first quarter. I was just at Trade Masters yesterday. Got an oil change in the Mazda. Number 17 with the carry up the right side. Again, breaking through the first one. The Elks defense giving him a big hug on about the 25-yard line. He's going to mark it just on the other side, so call it 25 and a half. And we'll go back and watch that one again. 17's going to pick it up about the 5-yard line, head to the right side. Oh, I was looking at the wrong player. My goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elks defenders there wrapping it up to stop the progression.
All right, and this is where we're going to find out if Winslow's going to go ahead and answer back and get back in this game. This is kind of that moment where you really need to at least have a positive drive and get some good yardage to feel like you're still in this one.
Huge momentum opportunity. Absolutely.
For sure.
All right, Kisslingberry from the shotgun. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. He's looking to the left. Passes up. Over the top of a couple Elks. Number 8 decides to juggle with it. Part times as a party clown. Number 8 with the carry cross midfield for a Bulldogs first down. Who's number 8, Ethan?
Number 8 for the Bulldogs is going to be Brian Larson, who
Brian
caught that pass 3 times before he reeled it in.
So does that help his stats too? Does that count as 3 receptions? Coach, can we do that?
I wish it. Well, that would bring down his average, so I'm going to say no.
Oh, that's fair because the same amount of yardage because he had a reception for a yard, a reception for a yard, and then 1 for like 20 yards. So, yeah, I get it.
Exactly.
You don't want that. You don't want that. From the shotgun, Kislenberry pitches right side to number 8 again.
That's Larson. Oh, he's brought down
Larson
hard.
with a loss of about 5.
That looks like number 12. Is that Brody?
That is Brody Ziegler with the
Brody
tackle.
Ziegler. Grandma Z yell at the TV.
By number 12, Brody Ziegler.
Yeah. It's going to be 2nd and 15 for the 45-yard line. 5 minutes left here in the first. Treadmasters first quarter action. Guys, they're located in between National Bank and Eager and Circle K. They sell, mount, balance, repair, tires and wheels, full service oil changes, which is what I was over there for. They'll do alignments, brake jobs, tire monitor resetting. Go check out the fine staff there at Treadmasters. They're bringing you the first quarter action. Here is Kislinberry sends a man in motion. Two-step drop, quick pass to number 8 again. Wrapped up by 23, Brett Jordan. Also in on that tackle, 21.
Brought down by number 23, Brett Jordan for Round Valley.
So far for the Bulldogs tonight, looks like they're going to number 8 for a lot of their production so far.
In the air and on the ground.
That's 2 passes and then that 1 pitch. It almost sounds like someone is banging a slinky against our atmosphere.
Right?
Mike.
I'm like, I want to go over there. Somebody like massaging it with tinfoil. Like, I don't know what's going on. But so remember, that is a bad place for the atmosphere, Mike. Kislinberry rolls to the right side.
Got backside pressure.
Gets it up into the air. I believe that is a reception short of the first down. It's going to be about a 10 to 12 yard
Pass is complete to number 3,
pass.
Isaiah Romero.
Romero with the reception.
So that's going to bring up 4th down and short, looks like.
So you're a little closer to the end zone. You go ahead and push it through this time. You see the Bulldogs going for it. We're outside most field goal range.
Hold on. Refs are having a conversation here, so I don't know what. Okay. They're going to give him the first down with
Really?
the spot.
So progression was different than what I'd seen.
I
don't know
think
about-
so.
Yeah, I didn't.
I saw him about 2 yards short, but I guess guys scrub back and watch that instant replay. You can let us know if you agree, disagree, something.
We don't want no scrubs.
Scrubs guy can get no love from me. I'm going to have to check the comments right now because I don't want to know what people are going to say about my TLC reference right there.
But what are you talking about?
Oh, yes, Cynthia, thank you so much. You know, nice defensive work there by the Elks. Hey, remember earlier in the season when I shared the rosters that Jamie Halsey made?
Yes.
So we have a roster. We just have to use it because that's what smart people do.
Brian Larson.
It will be a little bit off because we have had some number changes, but guys, we are gonna look at those. So appreciate that.
I'm figuring out these stats, especially the defensive ones, so they're coming through.
Yeah,
lot
Whitehead
better.
having a conversation with the crew here. I didn't see a flag.
So Curtis with a comment. I would agree. Curtis says generous spot. I definitely think that was a generous spot a play ago. Oh, he turned it on. Let's see. Illegal hands to the face.
Yes.
Elks decide to decline it, so we don't have another first down because they got 5 yards on the sack anyway. Second 15. Kislinberry with one in the backfield with him. Rolls to the right side again. Looks hard to the left. Number 3 gets it. Number 3 off to the races. I didn't see that one Elk right there between the sideline. Short of the first down.
Yep.
Well, pending a generous spot. Short of the first down.
Yeah. I mean, 2 yards is not too much to. So 3rd and 2. Haven't had a lot of luck on the ground. Most of their progress has come from the air. You think they're going to go ahead and try and run this one, Mossness?
Hard to say. They haven't really gotten much on the ground against our tough defensive line and defensive ends. So if the passing game is working for them, might as well stick to it.
Handoff left side, number 10. Tripped up by Brett Jordan.
21, yep.
Oh, no, 21?
21, I believe.
Sorry.
Ties is Spain with the carry.
Yeah, Toby, I'm sorry. Keanu Reeves, I don't know where that came from. I haven't been watching any of his movies lately, but yeah, it's a thing. So it is what it is. But Lily, yeah, I could absolutely see Anna using the hyperbaric chamber. I bet she does for recovery. That girl's everywhere. Did a softball tournament, back for homecoming that night. I bet she could definitely use that sometimes. Guys, don't forget to hit that share button. Let your friends and family know that we are live on the YouTube and on the Facebook here in Winslow, Arizona. The Round Valley Elks up 14-0 as Kislinberry hands off to 24 right side. That's going to be short of the first down. Loss of about a yard on the play. I see 4th down on the marker. Is that a turnover?
Indeed it is. They decided to go ahead and go for it.
I think the penalty had my brain off a down because I was not thinking that was a 4th down opportunity, but it was.
So, big stop for the Elks, but on a positive note for the Bulldogs, they did get several first downs, some good yardage, and got the passing game going.
So is that enough of a momentum to keep them in the ball game? Is their kids going to be able to stay into it as they get the ball back? A lot of it, I guess, depends on what we see the Elks do right now.
Yeah, if they're able to stop the Elks again, that would go a long ways to keeping them in this game and giving them the confidence they need to keep pushing forward.
Clark with receives the handoff left side. That's close to a first down if it's not a first down. Yeah, Shane, I see that the main camera is a little bit dark. We'll see if we can't check that out during a quarter break or possibly during halftime.
So what I think it is, Wes, is their left tower stadium lights are out.
100%.
And so they have like some porter lights down low.
Coming straight
at us.
And
it's actually kind of confusing the autofocus software because it's not sure where the light source is coming from.
I would agree.
And so it's kind of washing it out. And so I don't know if there's going to be much we can do about it. But
we may try to play it just a little bit tighter on the Zoom, but like Ethan said, it is messing with focus. So, yeah, the AD told me that 2 weeks ago that bank of lights just decided not to turn on. And so they've borrowed a portable light, and it's, I don't know, a third, a fourth of the height of a normal stadium light, which is messing them up.
A third's pretty generous.
Well, you see like 1, 2, okay, so like 3.5, maybe 4.
And nowhere near as bright.
No, and there's like 4 of them instead of 12.
Yes.
All right, back at it, 2nd and 6. Riker Marble looks back, pumps, rolls to the right side.
Oh, batted down by number 70. I want to say 72, but he won't turn. 72. Let's see what number
72, big man for the Bulldogs.
72.
Memo Clark is what I'm hearing up top.
I have Guillermo, but Memo works too.
Maybe Guillermo and Memo.
Memo.
So it is always interesting watching Riker go to the right side and then trying to throw across his body. And that time, unfortunately, the ball gets batted down by Guillermo. Elks back on the line, 3rd and 6. 26 seconds left on the clock here in your Treadmasters first quarter coverage. Let's go Elks football. Marble with nobody in the backfield. He's going to get sacked 4 yards back. It's going to be 4th and 10. Ethan, does that answer the question a little bit? Winslow's defense turned it up a little bit.
Indeed, and as much success as you've had running out of the backfield on 3rd and about 7 to do a designed quarterback draw, I don't know how I felt about that call, but that's the one they went with.
So it's going to be 4th and about 9 as we end the first quarter of play here in Winslow. The Round Valley Elks up with 2 touchdowns and, I don't know, like 8 PAT attempts as we got Kevin to kick a couple of those. But it is 14-0 as we go into the second quarter of play. Huge thanks to our sponsor, Family, helping us get it done that way tonight here in Winslow. I want to give some love to the Beehive Homes of Eager, Arizona, assisted living facility located in Eager over by the elementary school. Guys, my Aunt Gwen spent some time with these wonderful people, and it's a hard decision, I can tell you, to have one of your family members enter a facility like that, but they helped make it a more bearable decision is the right way to say it, but they sure made it good. They treated Aunt Gwen fantastic. And so, guys, if you've got a loved one that needs a little bit of extra care and love, please give the Beehive Homes of Eager a call today. Family, home-cooked meals, friendly staff, right here in Eager, Arizona, right over there by the elementary school.
All right, Riker lining up to go ahead and punt this ball away from their own 44-yard line.
Welcome to a flag or two.
That's encroachment on the defense.
We're going to scoot at 5 and try again.
I mean, and Round Valley already saying, hey, are we punting this now? What's up, Coach? What you think?
It's 4th and 5. Do you change your tone?
I mean,
Do it.
Riker's he's the punter too. So do you pass out of a punt situation, or have him run it there? You never know.
I think we're going to go ahead and punt it, but
Pin it deep.
Midfield, 4th and 5. You almost do want to go for it. Marba will punt nice into the corner. It's going to bounce at the 20. Nice bounce in Round Valley's favor. Catch it before it gets to the end zone. Man, that's on the 2.
Where are we at?
Yeah, that's
Depth
on the
perception
3-yard
zone.
line.
I thought I saw the PAT line. It's way down there.
Yeah, they got it a little in front of the PAT, so about the 3.
Another punt here by Riker Marble. Nice placement to the right side, and then it actually rolled back. It may have bounced out, but it came right on back. We're going to be right in the middle of the field they're saying the 2-yard line on the scoreboard, but Ethan's right. It's right up in there. It's somewhere between the goal line and the 5, so.
Was that from our own 44-yard line?
Well, after the 5-yard penalty, was it closer to midfield?
Yeah, so it was from the 49.
From the 49. So we're still looking around a 50-yard punt.
49-yard punt.
Ooh, hit hard. Looks like maybe a yard.
They're going to give him a yard. 2nd and 9.
For number 3, Isaiah Romero.
Guys, welcome to Arizona's Choice Insurance second quarter coverage here of football here in Winslow, Arizona. Give Bryce a yell. He's right next to the Dairy Queen in Eager, Arizona. So go get a sweet quote for your insurance needs and then get you something sweet just over on the other side of the street right there.
Pa Udall joining the stream. I see you.
Man, I know that Dairy Queen's not a sponsor, but it's pumpkin pie blizzard season, guys.
Oh, it's the best part about October.
I'm just saying. We're going to get about 6 yards on the carry. I think it's going to be 3rd and 3.
From this angle, it's hard to tell who's tackling who. Could you see who got in on that one there, Ethan?
I may have to use the binoculars or something. My eyes are just not functioning.
So that was Riley Harlan.
Oh, yeah, we got this instant replay monitor right here, Coach, that we could use if we were smart individuals.
Okay.
Here we go, 3rd down. 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs. Kislenberry sends a man in motion. He did not give it to number 8.
That looked like
it's short.
It clogged up, yeah.
We're doing the little referee shuffle, but I think it's going to be 4th and inches.
Yeah, he keeps moving his feet, so.
To the left now. Take it back now, y'all. 4th down this time.
Oh, he's sighting it. They're going to go ahead and measure.
Yep. Okay. Hey, well, let's take a second, Coach. What do we have from a stats perspective?
Well, do you want to look at offense or defense? Because defense, we are all over the place with 12 tackles already. A lot of people flying to the football, and I think it's shown, as far as Winslow not scoring and being able to put, a full drive together so far. And offense goes, our average rushing yards per carry is incredible right now.
Look at that, 11.17 every time we touch the ball in a run.
That's credit to the offensive line for getting those holes and for our backs running hard down the field.
134 yards of rushing yards in the first quarter. 0 passing yards. The Elks yet to put one in the air and make a reception that way. We had just the one pass, just a few, right?
We have had 2 attempted passes. One was batted down at the line of scrimmage, and one was when Riker was rolling out and had to get rid of it instead of taking.
So it looks short from what I can see. Yep, and we're going to say it's about a half a yard short.
Oh, here, I'll give you the shot that Ethan was looking at right now, but a huge thanks to Shortstop giving us those stats. We'll have more for you. Ethan says it's a little short, so 4th and inches. Does the quarterback come under center and just plow through?
Hey, 92% success rate. Just saying. QB sneak.
Can't I argue with that statistic?
90% of stats are made up on the spot, ladies and gentlemen. Under center, number 7, Kislenberry. There we go. How about that? He took a step to his left. I think we might be in a first down.
I think he fell forward for the 6 inches necessary, and that's going to be first down for the Dogs.
First down.
We don't have a stat for 4th down conversions.
But that's one.
That was the one.
They got one. We're going to mark it on a piece of paper. Quarterback keeper with a 92% success rate.
I'm just saying.
Where do you get these stats?
I watch football stuff on the NFL.
So hearsay? Somebody
Yes.
said on a football game one time,
I've done zero fact-checking on this stat, but someone said it, and I believe them.
hey, we got a timeout by the Bulldogs. Oh. There we go.
Did he say, oh, snap? Timeout
Oh, snap. I think he said prior to the snap, but it
Oh,
definitely
there you
came
go.
out as, oh, snap.
Oh, goodness, you two.
Guys, so Shortstop is doing Customer Appreciation Month this month. I got in the mail, and we were there this morning, actually. I used the Pride Pump, filled up the gas tank so we could get over here on Elk Gas over there at Shortstop. Right now, the deal of the week is $1 off gas or diesel, a free burrito with the purchase of a burrito, or any size fountain drink for 59 cents. They also have free candy bars if you show them an A on a test. So if you take one of your quizzes or tests and show them you got an A, free candy bar.
Does it count if you're a teacher?
Yes, you take a graded paper. It doesn't have to be yours, apparently. Mossness, let us know if that works out.
I'm going to try it, and I will let you know this next week.
Run to the right side, number 7. I believe that was a keeper by Kislenberry.
Run by number
Good
7.
tackle by number 3, Riker Marble.
Yes, I want you to take in one that says, like, Sally Sue Johnson on across the top is the name. I got an A.
Will
Give me
do.
my candy bar. We may have to video that. That would be a fun thing to put together.
That reminds me of a story my college professor told me. He said he was proctoring a class for another teacher, and he called time on the test, saw another student working still, and when he came up, he says, hey, you got to turn that in. I have to tell your teacher you worked past time. He said, do you know who I am? And he said, no. He said, good, and slid it in the stack and walked out the door.
Run to the left side is going to result in a loss of about 7 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 12.
Yeah, there was like about 3 Elks in on that.
Let's
looked like
watch
to
it.
me.
White Mountain Regional Medical Center bringing us the instant replays. Number 8 in motion.
It looks like they
Bobbles
bobbled
the ball,
Yeah,
yep.
the handoff.
Gives the Elks time they need to get back in the backfield. 3-4 Elks up in that business.
Was that Walker there first, 11?
Yeah, we're going to look over here. I see Keanu in there. I see 65. And those are the 2 I see. I see 12 walking away from it, but I'm not certain.
So it might have been 12 I saw.
3rd and 12. Quick pass, batted down.
Oh,
Pass.
well, Bulldogs had something going, got the first down, and struggled to get anything going after that. Now forced to punt, get it out of their end zone.
Here, we're going to
basically.
try to show you this one more time. Watch this. Getting in the air, up high, bam.
Deep to receive, number 3, Riker Marble. For
I want to
first
say
down.
that's Trayson just because I know he has
Yeah.
that move in his wheelhouse, but
And
I
so
couldn't
many
see the number.
quarterbacks are trying to throw it over the top of him and don't realize that he's 9 feet tall.
Punt is up, 40-yard line. It's going to land. No fair catch. We're off to the races.
That's Brett Jordan on the
Brett
move.
Jordan off to the right.
And we've got a flag here on the near side of the field.
No,
Yep.
we don't.
He caught it.
We don't get flags. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know if it was
Sideline judge here on our side of the field threw it.
yeah.
A lot of comments in the chat talking about the bean and cheese burritos at shortstop. While they are good, I end up getting the little chicken basket more than anything else.
Oh, jalapeno corn dog.
Okay, so I actually went there for lunch today, and I kid you not, I had 2 bean and cheese burritos and 2 jalapeno corn dogs.
That's why the Suburban smelled the way it did on the way over
Hey,
here. I
now.
wasn't wanting to say anything.
I was gonna say
Judy was
the
a
bird
little-
is smelling a little mossy.
Judy, the little mossy. Oh my goodness. Judy was smelling a little different. That makes all the sense now. Okay.
It was the wind.
Hey, we have a football game going on. It's 4th and 11.
Pterodactyl. Sorry.
I wish we could instant replay that. Ethan almost got eaten by a moth the size of a quarter.
Around Valley, Bulldog 12.
Look at this tight formation by the Elks. I haven't seen this from them, I think, all season. So I'm interested to see what kind of play they run out of this.
Guys, our conversations on, oh my goodness, my brain just broke, is on our Facebook stream. If you're watching on the TV, make sure you join the live stream on Facebook too. Drop us a comment in the chat. Riker Marble, man in motion left side, a bob and a weave. That's Walker, I believe. Walker still on his feet after a spin move.
Met hard by number 55.
No gain on the play. Maybe a slight gain, but it's going to be second and about 10.
Rudy Gonzalez.
Rudy.
Big number 55. He looks tall.
7.5 to play. The first half.
Woo. We're getting through the second quarter a little quicker than the first. I felt like that first quarter kind of drug a touch.
Diana Elmer advocating for the blue taquitos.
Is
For everyone else, that's chicken.
Well, is that a thing? Because I was going to I'm like, is that a typo? What is a blue taquito?
That'll be the chicken taquitos.
Oh, my.
I believe it's the blue packaging.
My kids eat blue Takis. That's a thing, but I know that's not what we're talking about. He faked me. He ran on the right side. I believe Riker kept it. Faking a handoff on the left side. Goes to the right side. I'm going to hit the instant replay because I actually want to watch the play because I was sold super hard on the fake. So don't look left, Wes. Don't look left. Okay, here we go. Marble with Riley Harlan in the backfield with him. Okay, yes, he does not have the ball. Riker does. It's good for a gain. Third down, 3rd and 3 for the Elks. 6.5 minutes left in the half. This quarter brought to you by Arizona's Choice Insurance. As that connection is made and the ref's hands are in the air, that's good for a Trail Riders touchdown.
Oh, the Bulldogs' woes continue. Round Valley getting up on the board.
Lots of celebration going down there as the Elks line up for their PAT.
Correction, number 18.
Nicely executed. Nice little pass right to the right side. Nobody with the coverage. Lineman getting lined out. No pun intended.
All the puns intended.
One pair of pink socks there by the Bulldogs. It is October. Flores with the kick. That one looks good to me with 6:24 left.
And no flags.
Okay, because I looked away and to make sure that they did say 21-0 as your Elks lead. Wherever you're at, Elks fans, on your feet. Do the fight zone dance. You're watching Let's Go Elks' coverage here in Winslow. The Elks, a little over halfway through their regular season, 4-3, facing off against the Winslow Bulldogs, also 4-3.
Indeed. And this is, man, sorry, we're losing autofocus on a camera.
Yeah, radio Amanda, tell her to.
No,
Oh, there it came back.
Yeah.
There we go. Does Amanda have a radio?
Ooh.
That may be something we need to do as well. But before that, let's go to Midtown Springerville, Ethan. Where am I talking about? What's in Midtown?
Ooh, my favorite saw shop and, feed store where I buy my barbecue pellets.
Yes.
That's Cowboy Up.
Cowboy Up.
Go down, see Jeff if you need steel chainsaws.
He's got a wide supply, and not just chainsaws. I saw lawnmowers. I saw weed whackers. He's got
Pressure washers.
an array of steel products. They're going to let that bounce into the end zone. We're going to start things off on the 20. But, guys, they also have a small engine shop if you didn't know out back. So if you need to have something worked on, I have taken my steel saw that I got from Jeff to Jeff, and I let him tune it up, and then we take it out because it is the season as well to haul wood, which, man, I'm glad I brought that up because I haven't got to do that yet.
It's that time of year.
It is. We cleaned out the mud room. We filled it up with wood. We're ready. We're ready. I think Amanda broke down and we made our first fire 2-3 days ago just to take the chill off.
Yeah, we had that 3 days where it was just cold and rainy.
Yeah. HVAC got changed from cooling to heating. 'Tis the season. Hey, it's a reverse. 24, I believe, with the ball coming around the left side. Good for a first down.
Big game for number 24, Matthew Chittenden.
Wow.
Matthew Chittenden.
Tackle by
Number 24.
Alan Walker for Round Valley.
That's a
First
fun
and
name
10
to
for
announce. That
Bulldogs.
would be fun to be able to announce that because he's had the ball a number of times. So Randy gets all the fun. Randy, the announcer right above me, by the way, for those wondering who I'm talking about. A few number changes that we were made aware of, Elks fans, just so you've got them. So if we mess it up, you can let us know. Number 58 is Brody Finch. Number 10 is Connor Luker. 12 is Hoel Joel Hernandez, right?
We got to have 2 number 12s because I'm pretty sure
Brody Ziegler.
Brody
right?
was number 12.
And then Trayson is now 54, and if you can believe it, Elks fans, there's a flag on the play.
Someone lined up off sides. Encroachment is the. Offensive encroachment.
Not what you thought you saw, Ethan?
No. Well, I didn't see us over the line, but I guess that receiver was too far forward and didn't check in with the side judge. I'm not sure.
Oh, big sack there.
Coach just woke me up.
Woo,
I was
sorry.
reading a comment by Shane Walker.
That was Brody Ziegler coming hard off that edge.
Oh, let's watch it again, shall we?
Sacked by number 12, Brody Ziegler.
Elks lead 21-0 here with just under 6 minutes left. We're halfway through the second quarter.
Coming off that blind side there.
Bam! Big loss on the play there. It's second and a few yards right now. They're saying second and 24 on the 24. That's convenient. From the shotgun, Kislenberry looking, long pass on the left side.
Oh, off his hands, had a shot at it.
Walker with the defense there.
That was number 4, Vinny.
Pass intended for
I swear
number
that says
14,
cappuccino. Hang
Let
on.
me see. Number what?
Number 4.
Vinny Capuccio.
Capuccio.
Capuccio, double
Okay.
C is a ch. A ch-ch.
I'm guessing.
Can I just call him Vinny?
Vinny.
Let's just go Vinny.
Vinny
Good
C,
old
baby.
Vinny.
Vinny C. I like
Vinny
it.
C. I feel like I'm eating somewhere now. You guys going to Vinny's?
Capuccio? Capuccio.
It
we
is
have it here.
Capuccio.
Capuccio.
Yes.
And the Bulldog fans realize that they're here for the comic relief at this point. All right, third and long after the incomplete pass.
He was okay. I got to keep my mouth shut because I am on the air.
Yeah, Riley Harlan getting the pass interference call there.
So I'd like you to.
But that's 15 yards. That's not a guaranteed first down, right?
I'd like you to edit it in your brain and let us know your thoughts there because.
So, in my opinion,
Here we go right now, so you can see the pass right side. It's up in the air. Oh, no, Amanda. Oh, we missed it.
the ball was about 10 yards away from him, and if you don't have a shot at the ball, it's not pass interference.
And what he didn't impact the receiver's ability to get to the ball.
Not-
It's not like
Yeah.
now if Riley would have tackled him, right?
Correct.
He had a hand on him, but he didn't have a handful of jersey. It didn't look like to me.
Third down and 9.
I've got a pocket full of sunshine. That's what I got. Third
I
and
know
9.
that it's all mine.
It comes in handy.
Third and 9. Kislenberry from the shotgun claps for the ball. Pass up left side. I think somebody got a hand on it because I saw that ball change direction and speed. It's going to be 4th and 9. My vote's a punt at this point, dispositionally.
If Winslow can get a decent punt and pin Round Valley back and then put some pressure on him, you could see probably a little bit of a momentum shift, which would be good for Winslow at this point.
The thing the Bulldogs do have going for them is they will get the ball third quarter. So if they can make that happen, then they'd be able to come in third quarter and make that change. But we'll see what happens here. I believe that's Kyle. Yep, Kyle with the ball is going to get some yards and get himself to about the 42-yard line.
Looks like he caught that about the 26.
So 16-yard return for Kyle Clark.
Number 26, Jake Clark.
Now, do return yards count as rushing yards? Are those calculated separately
Those are calculated separately as return yards.
as return yards? Not that he needs that 16 yards as well. Kyle Clark with some fantastic footwork tonight. But the Elks 1st and 10 as Riker and Kyle have a little bit of a conversation in the backfield.
Now you can combine them as all-purpose yards.
All yards. Okay. Marble does not hand off. 5 steps back. Scott pressure. The Bulldogs with a big loss. Number 5-5 there. Ethan, who's the big man? 5-5.
Rudy Gonzalez with that sack.
Now, is that considered a rushing loss or a passing loss for stats? I can't remember what it falls under.
He
It's
never
rushing
passed the ball.
yards.
Yeah, it would be him running the ball, right? Because he didn't pass
For
it.
negative yards, yes.
About a loss of 11 on the play.
2nd and 21. Scoreboard says 22. We're all a little off here. We're all mad here as it goes.
Indeed we are.
Kyle Clark with the ball right side. I believe he gets tripped up. Gain of about
Give it
2.
to number 2, Kyle Clark.
Can you feel
Down by number 55,
the momentum change here in the stands, Ethan?
Yes,
Winslow
this crowd
Bulldogs.
is definitely getting behind their team.
I think the Mountain Dew's kicked in here for the Bulldogs. I almost hit a different music reference with that, and I'm glad I didn't. I'll save that one for later.
We still have another half to go.
There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time. Riker with nobody else with him in the backfield. Quick pass up the middle to 12.
Oh, in and out of his hands. Had room to run.
Brody was feeling that one.
Oh, he is Moss regret there.
Is that now a thing?
It is.
Gonna
I'm sorry.
Is this going to be a new thing? There's Moss Ness and there's Loch Ness. Lost Ness. I don't know. I'm just
Throw it out there.
just going to get them all out. Just see if we can mole. All right, Riker Marble. Punt is
Ooh,
up.
solid boot.
Wow.
Nice height on the punt.
It's muffed. Oh, he gets back on it.
I thought you were going to say it was mossed. It's mossness.
That's all I'm going to say to that.
Moss that punt. Right here.
No.
First down for the Bulldogs on their own 29-yard line.
There you go, Randy. You tell him. Hopefully my mic's enough that Randy can give you some coherent commentary for us.
Riker getting it done on special teams with another 40-yard punt.
Yep. A little bit of pressure there being the quarterback and the punter, because you get, with the offensive team, get yourself into a 4th down situation and then have to get yourself punted out of it as well. But solid work on both of his punts so far. Gain of just a couple of yards on the carry there as the
Keeper number
Bulldogs
7.
spins wildly on the left side. It's going to be 2nd and 9.
Tripped up by Keanu Clark.
That's Ken Reeves. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
A.K.A. John Wick.
A.K.A. the one. Deep in, ball is bobbled. They're going to call that one too.
Yeah, he fell. I'm not sure what
I think
Riley Harlan did wrong there.
Riley was stopping himself from falling on the receiver, I think. Here, I don't know if it got caught in the initial play. I don't think it did.
Goodness.
I had to take my headset off. I didn't even want to hear him say it. What?
I mean,
¿Cómo se dice? What?
no way.
Seaway.
Seaway?
Oh, wait. This is a family-friendly show. Mil disculpas. I don't know why I'm speaking like a Spanish horse now, actually. Mil disculpas. See, I don't get to be on the stream enough. I'm
It's
having fun. It's for fun.
It's for all the funds.
Kislenberry decides to hold on to it right side, gets wrapped up by Brody Ziegler, and
Is that 8-0?
8-0.
8-0. And I don't have my phone out. Give me just a sec.
The play brings up a 2nd down and 9.
Dan Muth joining the stream.
Winslow
Move.
going hurry up here.
Perez. Dan, you're supposed to be watching a volleyball game right now, if I'm not mistaken. Quick pass left side.
Ooh.
I believe he's going to catch it for the first down. And then, no, wait, what?
Yeah, well, he caught it for the first down and then ran it out of bounds. Well, then they're
Okay,
going to give him the
but
spot. So,
He spotted the ball
Where he ran out of bounds.
yes.
Not
And-
where he caught the ball.
right, but the spot of the ball was
Not a first down.
before
So
the first down.
they just got a first down about a half yard behind where the first down
Okay,
marker was.
It was a first down. He caught it about a yard past the marker, but then his trajectory put him out of bounds behind the marker. They marked behind the marker and still gave him the first down. I like what's going on here.
Dan Muth, pie is pie. What is that supposed to mean? And
Like 3.14 or pumpkin pie?
I think he's talking about.
oh, PI maybe.
Oh,
Pass
pass interference.
interference.
Yeah, there we go.
3.1415926, incomplete. 1.444444 left on the clock.
10 for number 4, Vinny Capluccio.
All right.
That would be 1 4/9.
I can't with you guys tonight.
And Dan is saying that the game is over. That is why he is joining us.
And I'm the one
Definitely
that's
playing
had
a
an
little fast
energy
and
drink
loose.
and 2 Dr. Peppers tonight.
It's true. I honestly don't know what changed after the first quarter, but I completely came unhooked. I apologize. Like right now, my brain feels like it's 2 in the morning, and it is not 2 in the morning. 2nd and 10. Some chants going on here in the stands. No cheerleaders for the Bulldogs here tonight. Kislinberry looking, bobbing, falling, tackling. Did
That's a pretty big loss there.
a loss of about 7 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 17.
Number 10, Coulter Luker in on the sack.
You know, I'm not even going to say, though, until the refs see, because look, it's actually 16 yards.
Tackle by number 65,
Indeed.
Noah King.
So Dan Muth chiming in saying, PI, it doesn't matter if the ball is playable or not. But Dan, our concern was he fell, and
I think
then
he
he got hit. So
I-
the receiver
Riley-
was already on the ground
Well, and
when he touched him.
I think Riley put his hands out to stop himself
Yeah,
from falling
from
on
like
the player.
falling over the top of him.
Yeah.
And the ball was already pretty much by him by that point. So it was a little.
In all fairness to Dan, I think that was on the first pass interference call that we talked about where the ball
I'm pretty
was
sure that was the
far
second
away.
one I was talking about.
Yeah, Dan, catch up. Muth, get with the ball game. Wow, you can actually use that term and it makes sense. Get with the ball game. I like it.
All right.
Lots of whistles. Are they going to call a penalty during the timeout? Is that a thing that's going to happen? I think they should. Let's see if that
illegal formation during timeout.
illegal huddle from the side. You're not drinking your water properly. Thank you.
55 yards and penalties, by the way, for the Elks so
And
far.
That's how we get kicked out of ball games right there. 55 yards for the Elks.
Correct.
How much for the Bulldogs? It was 5 the last time I looked.
15.
5, 15, and 55 makes 70. Kislinberry looking, bobbing, weaving. Woo, he got through that nicely, but nobody home. 4th down.
Yeah, if he was able to pull that down, had a guy open, because number 4 playing some pretty soft coverage now.
Why, Ethan? Why?
Interesting. I don't know.
No idea why that would be the case.
Okay, thanks, Dan. I think Mossness was right. Dan was talking about the first PI, not the second one. So
Crap.
I was right tonight.
Hey,
Don't,
for
Dan,
once.
don't
I
help.
apologize.
We don't need him to be right. Well, he's just running the stats, you know. He doesn't need to be right or anything. Punt is up, super high, but not very long in the field. Bounces nicely in Round Valley's. Are we going to blow a whistle sometime today?
Yeah, they're going to bring it back to where they initially touched.
Where the touch was.
Yes, because you can't sling it backwards.
You know, I thought we were going to see a new tactic right there. So there we go. So if I kick it, does it still go? Like, define touch, official. Can we?
1st and 10, Round Valley.
So only
from
a
the 40-yard
net
line.
gain of 10 yards on that punt.
It was high, but it was not deep. Like, it did not carry.
Well, and then that bounce,
It
that
was-
wicked bounce
Would you say
back.
that ball was so high it forgot what it was doing? You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, goodness.
1st and 10, Marble all alone as he sends Harlan in motion because he was lonely. Doesn't give it to him. Pass. Ooh, nice pass to the right side.
Jordan Elmer
Jordan Elmer, can he make? No, wait, what?
broke a tackle.
Como did he say touchdown?
Hey, we'll take it.
Trail Riders touchdown with the fight song playing in the background. I didn't even get enough time to ask. I was going to say, guys, there's only 1:25 left. Do you run the ball, drain the clock, get into halftime?
I vote you just score real quick and see what happens.
Well, it's fancy that you should predict that, Ethan. It really is, because Jordan Elmer with how many yards? We were from the 40,
60.
right? So that's a 60-yarder. That was a beautiful pass, by the way. Go back and watch that instant replay with Riker. That ball was purty. Kevin Flores.
it was wobbly, but it made it through.
Wobble baby, with 1:02 left in the first half. The Elks lead 28-0. Guys, you're watching Let's Go Elks. If you haven't had a chance to do so yet, hit that share button. Let your friends and family know where they can catch all the action tonight. Do we have any Bulldog fans with us? If we do, leave us a comment. Let us know right now in the Facebook or the YouTube stream, because we love having everybody on the stream. You're watching Let's Go Elks. So we talked about recovery via sub-sea level hyperbaric chambers, but another good way that you can do it when you need to pick me up is Mountain Drip IV hydration therapy, located in Eager right by the shortstop. So get you a bean and cheese burrito and then go over and get an IV, because I don't think there's anything healthier there. No, but Jamie has got vitamins and minerals to get a quick pick-me-up, whether you're trying to boost your immune system, muscle recovery, energy support, high-dose vitamins for you. My family has done it a number of times. Go see Jamie Merrill at Mountain Drip IV Hydration Therapy, helping us bring the action here from Winslow tonight. They've got a bunch of different options. You pick what you want in it. She'll hook you up. You'll bounce back. They've got a really good migraine pack, actually. We're going to get to right about the 20-yard line. My brain says, because I'm lazy, is do you just let it roll into the end zone? Because we got to the same place.
And we've
Pad
got
the
a
stats.
flag.
No, we don't.
Cappuccio with the return out to the 21-yard line.
That flag, from what I see, looks like that's
Did Kevin kick it wrong?
no, it's unsportsmanlike conduct territory or a block in the back, but it's pretty far away from the action. So it's
Pretty
usually
action.
one of those two. Either someone got chippy or someone got chipped.
Far enough away that it's not a sideline situation. The Elks have been pretty quiet on the sidelines, at least from what we've seen on that perspective. Lots of flags.
It looks like it's going to go against the Elks here, just from what I see
Oh, let's listen in.
the
Here he
officials
goes.
pointing at.
He's turning on his microphone. You know, Riley Harlan not to be outdone by penalties today, unfortunately.
And all three of them, I'm sorry, Winslow
Questionable. Just questionable.
fans. Okay, that's a nice word. That's a nice word.
Yes.
That's a nice
Yes.
word, Wes.
And it didn't start with a B, because I think that might have been where you were going.
Bogus.
Yes, bogus. That's a booger of a call if I've ever heard one.
Yes.
Yes. All right, guys, 55 seconds while we're making up words for Mossness to say that are stream appropriate. Because we are not doing a 7-second delay. We cannot fix things. All right, here we go. Kislenberg from the shotgun, 55 seconds left in the half. Pump fakes right, looking left, running to the right. I thought he was going to get rid of it, but he's going to run out of bounds to stop the clock at 49 seconds.
Good pressure. Only bringing 4 people in that time. So great work by the defensive line, making some moves and keeping the quarterback contained there on that one.
Man, I don't know. That Beanboro IV hydration therapy combo just sounds pretty tempting.
Ooh.
Little shortstop first, get you a code red, get you a Beanboro, and then go get hooked up, because you got nowhere else to be for a minute. And then
Food coma.
And then while you're there, just have Troy come over and he'll quote you for some insurance. Like, I think you just got it all
That's a trio of that's a good package
knocked
right there,
out
if I've
one
ever
day.
heard of one.
Quick pass left,
Walker.
intercepted. He's moving, he's shaking. Is he going to get in there?
Pick 6.
Pick 6 for a touchdown. Trail Riders bringing you another touchdown. Chips and salsa, zucchini side, patty melt, taco salad.
Man, this game felt like a hard-fought struggle, and it felt like it just has blown wide open in the last 3 minutes of the game.
Well, you're saying blown wide open, and I was going to say deflated, because the fans on the Blue Ridge side were loud and crazy and proud.
Winslow?
Where did I say?
You said Blue Ridge, but
Blue Ridge Bulldogs. Here in Winslow. Here we play Blue Ridge in 2 weeks. But no, huge deflation on this side of the field. They are very
Yeah.
quiet. They need to go get a bean burrito.
If I am to make a connection, their tunnel is deflated, and so are the Bulldogs themselves.
How punny. Kevin Flores getting it done again, 36.7 seconds. You don't see very many scoreboards with a 10th counter on it. This might be the first one I've seen in a hot minute.
I like it. Very precise.
I was just about to say precise.
Ooh, you besties. I'm sorry I'm not in between you guys right now.
That's the math teacher in me. Precise.
Oh, yes. How many significant digits is your scoreboard? Hmm?
Ours is, well, theirs excuse me, is 3 right there.
There's just 3.
Significant figures.
Actually, well,
The 0 to the left doesn't count, right?
Right.
Because it's to the left.
It's a placeholder. It's not captured.
Yeah. Man, I remember stuff. Mr. Fritz should be so proud.
If I have any of my students listening, my freshman students, that will be on your benchmark test this week.
Next week, by the way, at what part of the live stream, we could give answers to your students. So if they watch the live stream, when I say pink ponies, that's the extra credit question on the quiz next week. If they say it, they get the point.
I like it.
Kevin Flores with the boot. That is a pretty kick.
Down at the 1 yard line again.
We're going to return it. He found the 20.
One.
It was worth it for the yard.
it
For the yard. Am I right?
Yeah.
My
Can't stop, won't stop.
Vinny Capuccio with the return for the ball at the 22-yard line.
I played that at homecoming.
I'll tell you what, though. They're getting a lot of kick return yards.
That's why.
Padding those stats.
So, Ethan, as you were talking to some of the Bulldog fans and looking at the stats, you said they were on again, off again, on again, off again. With how their season has gone, was this to be an on week or an off week, just based at their schedule so far?
Not necessarily like
It hasn't
back
been
and
up and
forth.
down?
Yeah, it's been more of a play to the level of their competition, or they lose faith. And it seems like the Bulldogs, from the fans' perspective, they said they've struggled with a lot of infighting this year. They felt like, and once they kind of got down on each other, it became unmanageable. And they struggled to kind of turn the team morale around. At least he said he noticed it in the Holbrook and the Sholo games where they lost big, because they just started being a little infighting. I don't think I've seen it yet, but
Still a half a game of football.
I feel like I'm missing some of the energy that they had in the first quarter. So, coach at half, maybe he can reinvigorate this team and get their heads back in it. But right now,
Mountain Drip, IV hydration therapy, all of them at halftime. They'd be ready for the second half.
get some B12 up in here.
Bam! Little banana pack going on. Bam!
That's all you need. Little emerald action.
Bam! All right, here we go. 23.2 seconds left, and Arizona's Choice Insurance. Second quarter coverage as Kislenberry rolls to the right side. He's going to hold on to it. He was trying to get out of bounds. I don't know. Well, the clock's going to stop either way because we're moving the chains. Am I right? So we got 13 seconds.
And looks like they're going to take their last timeout.
I thought that was their last timeout.
No, the second of the half. That's what they just took right before the snap.
I honestly thought he said that they were going to go into half. I thought Winslow was just saying we're going to be done. There it is. That's how words work. Okay, so another 60 seconds as we take another timeout here late in the second quarter.
I mean, prevent defense. I mean, it's what I expect to see out of the Elks.
With this much time left in the half, right?
I wouldn't even be surprised to see him only rush 3.
Yep.
But we'll see.
Just got to keep it out of the end zone for 13 seconds. So, Mosnes, it's not going to be 21-7, but you had started to predict something like this, that late in the half, Bulldogs trying to get a score on the board to get something going.
Yes.
And then they're going to get the ball at the beginning of the third quarter. I think if they were going to build momentum, you'd have to start. They need to score in the next 13 seconds, and then they have to come out first drive and do it again.
Yes. It just takes one big play to get a little momentum into the half. So maybe they try to shoot for something here, get some, it just takes one big play to get some momentum going.
I don't want to make it sound too lopsided, but are they going to give it to 8 or 24?
24's got speed, but the quarterback, Kislingberry,
yes,
he throws a nice ball.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see if we make the connection. Pass intended for 24.
Yeah, he had to get rid of that ball with a quickness.
Who was that? Who was that on the rush?
That would be Trayson Merrill.
Was it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, let's let the here we go. Let's let the instant replay catch up. Hopefully we'll get to watch it. They're coming on the ball for your White Mountain Regional Medical Center instant replay from the shotgun. Kislenberry running for his life. Did you see how far Trayson had to run to get to that? My goodness.
But when you have somebody that's, I think Trayson's around 6'5", 6'6", running at you at that speed, it could be a little intimidating.
Are you saying his legs are 6'5" or 6'6", one of the two? Because I think that might be correct.
Correct.
9.1 seconds left in the ball game. I'm going to be so sad when we can't announce tenths of a second. Pressure again. He's going to hang on to it, but we are about out of time. Get out of bounds. Goodness, 1.3 seconds on the clock.
That's right close to a first down. They're going to give it to him.
It was third down either way, right, or second down? So either
Second
way,
down.
1 play left in the half. We're going to move the chains, though, and we're going to be at the 49-yard line. 50 on the scoreboard, though. So I was going to say the only consistent thing is inconsistency, but we're good now. They fixed it.
I mean, being consistently inconsistent
Is
is in
consistent.
itself fairly consistent.
That's true. I mean, is it horseshoes or hand grenades? I don't know. I think that's a thing. Oh, the crowd coming back to life. 1.3 seconds left as the Elks lead by 35. It's a 5-touchdown ball game right now. Kisland-Berry up in the air with a little bit of wobble on the ball. Intercepted.
Brett Jordan with the interception.
Brett Jordan's going to take us into halftime, guys.
All right, let's go, Elks. I like it. Oh,
Nice.
Was that a gritty?
That
I
was
just saw a gritty. My goodness.
Ethan, you got it, too.
I got the gritty.
All right, let's hold on to that shot. That's a sweet shot brought to you by the Madrids on the sideline right now. And now it's just a sweet shot of the officials.
Yep.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the LeSueur Advanced Automotive halftime show here on Let's Go Elks as both teams head to their locker rooms across the way. We are going to make a little bit of adjustments here. We'll run Amanda a radio here in just a second. Guys, I wish we could turn the lights up a little bit, but we really can't. To me, it doesn't look horrible from this angle, but I think we're closer to that light. But I think the perspective our cameras got up top makes that darkness really stand out.
I'll try and white balance it again. I'm not confident it'll fix it, but I'll try.
I mean, it is seeable, so I wouldn't. I don't know. You'll do great. Point down a little bit more.
I think so. I think that might work a little bit more.
I would agree. So we'll do a little bit of adjusting, a little bit of zoomage right there. We'll see if Amanda comes and joins us here for a second. If not, we'll get her on radio as we.
There's a good shot to see the light discrepancy there. On
Yes.
The left.
So can you see what I've been talking about now? That is slightly different, and you can also see by the
brightness,
sphere
yes.
that it makes that it is slightly.
The turf is shiny to the right, not
Yes.
so much on the left.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what's been your favorite part of the first half so far? Let us know in the comments on Facebook. I've got them pulled up right now because the last comment I see is blue taquitos, which makes no sense to me, but apparently those are chicken taquitos. So, guys, as we start off our halftime coverage here, let us know what you think was the best part of the first half here as we got the Winslow coverage for you. Amanda, wave to the crowd. Everybody can see on the live stream right now because the camera's like right there.
It's that one.
Oh, right there. It's right there. All right. Amanda, in one of those cases, we need to get you a radio for the second half. Mossness, let's take a look at the stats. I'll get them pulled up here, but have you had a moment to digest the first half stats for us?
Well, big thing, tough night for Riley Harlan on those penalties. He's got 3 for 15 yards each.
So he is over half of Round Valley's penalties right now.
Correct.
45 of 70 yards are attributed to number 4.
And all of them I'm calling bogus.
Yeah, and I don't even want to say that mean. Like, I'm not even saying that nasty. It's just
Right.
they have been some interesting calls, to say the least.
Absolutely. But you know what? The defense overall is working for the Elks. Look at that.
Look at the scoreboard, yeah.
2 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown, 2 sacks. So we're pressuring the quarterback. We're getting in there. We're stopping their running game. If I had the stats for Winslow, I would say that their average yards rushing is not where it should be, per se, for this game. And then look at the Elks offense. We're averaging 8 yards a rush and 16 yards per pass. So we're firing on all cylinders as far as the offense goes. Every time we touch the ball, we're moving it, and we're moving it well.
A little bit of a dip there early in the second quarter, but then the Elks picking things back up on the back half of the second quarter for a couple touchdowns. Curtis's favorite play of the game, understandably so, is the 60-yard touchdown reception by Jordan. He says he may be a little biased, and that is understandable. Oh my. Oh my, Kate. We may need to get that in front of a camera. You may need to send that to me so I can put it on stream, Ethan.
There you go.
That is a thing that will happen.
Courtesy of my wife, because she is quick draw McGraw.
Janelle Pena's favorite was the pick six, and yes, I would completely agree with that. That pick six was fantastic.
I would have to say, based on my reaction, my favorite would be that massive sack by Brody Ziegler.
Mm-hmm. I liked Trayson's speed. One of my favorites, that sack right there. Trayson, just because of the distance he had to cover from the outside to get to the quarterback, and got it done. 100% that way.
Indeed.
Hey, Art, so I just got the field stats from Steven, and Mossness, you might have a job next week. Your numbers are on point. This is fantastic stuff.
Oh, boy. Going down that rabbit hole.
No, it's good that the passing yardage lines up. Let me see what it said just to make sure. Marble's 2 for 4, so 4 total passes.
Correct.
2 have been completed out of 4 total for 67 yards. And then 132 rushing yardage and a touchdown. Rushing yardage just a little bit different, but that's understandable. Those numbers are going to ebb and flow just a little bit.
So actually, both of Riker's pass attempts that he has completed have gone for touchdowns.
Both of them.
Both of them. One was the 7-yard out to Brody Ziegler there on our left side.
Oh,
and then the other one was the
yeah.
60-yard touchdown where Elmer broke that tackle there around the 2-3 yard line and was able to get in.
One could say that one of Kislenberry's also, unfortunately, with that pick six, did result in the touchdown
Yes.
too. Just not a way that you would ever want, unfortunately.
Yes.
So, but that was a favorite play of the game by Janelle Pena so far, and it is fun to see an interception and to see that result in a pick six because that was a large number of yards on that defensively. So.
Yeah, I mean, Elks getting it done.
I just totally zoned out looking at the end zone, like I was taking a breath, trying to think of what to say, and just totally disappeared.
There we go. Got to get on Twitter.
Little selfie action going on right now. You know what's cool to see is they got the kids on the field. They're keeping the field warm in between the halves right now, so that's cool to see. But, guys, while we have a second, this is the LeSueur Advanced Automotive Halftime Show. Want to give a shout-out and some love to Aaron and his cool staff there on Main Street. Oh, man, is that 3rd? I want to say it's right by 3rd, right next to the O'Reillys. But LeSueur Advanced Automotive take care of stuff for you. They've taken care of little and big stuff for me, actually. Had Aaron replace a transmission for me a number of years ago in my truck, and then some other stuff as well. Aaron's taking care of us. So LeSueur Advanced Automotive bringing you the halftime coverage and our total incoherence as it is from an announcing perspective. So there's that.
I enjoy it, though. I mean, hopefully someone else does, too.
We can only hope. I mean, that's why we continue.
I know we're not for everybody, but I like us.
Let's take a look at the comments again if we have any more favorite plays. Guys, don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube on your TV, in your underwear on your couch, join on Facebook on your phone as well, and then you can join these comments that we got going on right here on it. Hey, I want to float this idea, everybody that's watching, because it's halftime and I'm a nerd. If we were to make one place that you could chat about Elks football, would you use such a thing? And that thing that I'm talking about is called Discord. But if we were to use the Discord channel that we already have, Discord server, already, to make it where you could talk in one place about what we're doing, and then we went to there for all of our comments and all of our discussion, would that be anything that you would nerd out on? Or do you like the convenience of that it's on Facebook and you're watching the stream anyway? So we're not trying to make any big changes, but just looking for some input. So let us know if that Discord thing is something that you would want to nerd out on, or if you like having your stuff in the Facebooks right here. And just like it's saying underneath this, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, goodness. As soon as I do it, it stops happening, but right there, click the thumbs up. Ringing the bell lets you know when we go live.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what Discord is, it's kind of like a Facebook chat that never goes away. So you could be talking all week long about Elks football and Let's Go Elks all week.
So yeah, so think chat room, but with channels, with sub discussions. You can thread things, you can post memes, you can post GIFs, pictures. So little bit more than the 1990s chat rooms. Yes. You can have it. There's an app on your phone. You can use it on your desktop. There's lots of different things.
Janelle Pena saying she would enjoy Discord. She thinks it's useful and pretty simple to use,
Yes.
which I would agree.
I would agree. I'm on a number of Discord servers myself.
Yeah, we already have one for Let's Go Elks. It's just underutilized, I'll say.
We spun it up for us to use in the background as we were running streams, and we just haven't used it a ton. I actually started using it again during the pandemic for some other things. And
Awesome.
We've got it. If you want to do it, we got it right here on. Oh, of course, as soon as then I do it again, we got Arvy and the Let's Go Elks situation right there. So, guys, join the herd. Hit that subscribe button. 6.5 minutes before we're back for the 3-minute countdown for kickoff, and the Bulldogs get the ball. What changes do you see happening on both sides of the ball as we go into the second half, Coach?
Now, we've seen this a couple times when we get up early on a team. Do we keep our starters in for a little bit, keep that game experience and that conditioning in for a little bit later in the season when we run into playoff situations, and then put in the JV and get those guys some experience just in case somebody gets injured? I see that happening in this game. I just don't know how soon I'm going to see it in this game.
And I think something that that helps that decision when you make that pivot is, do the Elks get the ball back and score again to start the mercy rule clock running, or do you make that change now where it can be a 35-0 ball game and give them a little bit more time before the clock does start to run if that second group of kids comes in and then does also score anyway?
Because we've seen both of those situations this year. We've seen it against Ganado where we didn't have that mercy rule put in with the running clock, and JV got a lot of time in that second half. And then against Window Rock, it was put in, and it was kind of a shorter second half for those JV guys. So both sides, both are good benefits because those guys need that experience.
Yep, and getting closer and closer to the playoffs, you need to allow them that play time because anything can happen in the playoffs, and
Absolutely.
we may need them during that. Ethan, what do you got?
I just popped over to the YouTube chat, which I'm not as good at checking.
Yes. What do we got? Ads. No.
All I see is that Joel or Joel Martinez is 12. No, all right. No, it's 21, and it's not Hernandez. It's Martinez.
Martinez. So Joel Martinez is the number we were talking about earlier. Thank you. Thank you for that clarification. Guys, a couple times we've had instant replays, and those are brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Want to give you just a little bit of info on them. They're doing a lot of work on their ERs, on their CAT scanning machines. They've got a new MRI machine there, and so you can stay local and get some of that stuff done. So White Mountain Regional Medical Center, all of their administration local right now, so that's pretty cool. So go check them out. Hopefully you don't need to very often. You definitely want to just swing on by. But should you have to utilize those services, White Mountain Regional Medical Center located in Springerville, right next to the Western Drug, McDonald's, right up in that area by the post office. They'll take care of you. They're serving our community, providing critical care access, swing bed access. They got a great ER. So if you need them, they're there.
So unfortunately, I've had a couple family members that have had to use that ER recently. Great staff. They take care of you. They care. And they have one cool thing, a portable x-ray machine.
Oh,
so
right.
if you need to bring it to the bed, so if you can't get up and walk to the x-ray machine, they bring it to you.
That's handy.
So state-of-the-art equipment over there at White Mountain Regional Medical Center.
Nice. Empowering a healthier community. Thank you to all the great people there at White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Ethan's taken a white piece of paper up to the ceiling, which means he's going to try to white balance that camera one. So we may stop showing our faces, and we'll go to that camera just so we can see Ethan in action here. I'm actually going to cut over to it just because we got 3 minutes left, and we want to see what white balance. I shouldn't do that to him. He's going to be so mad that I cut to his camera. I touched his switcher. I broke everything. But dang it, I asked you first, and then Ethan took off. I was going to ask Ethan what he thought about for second half adjustments. I think that you're on point. I think that's going to be the biggest change we see for the Elks is when do they make personnel changes? When do we see some of maybe the underclassmen get some play time? Go for it.
And then, Wes, maybe I could pick your brain here. What do you see Winslow doing differently in this second half? They've passed the ball really well when they've had the opportunity, because that's what's been working. They can't really – their rushing game hasn't been there. So what do they do in that situation?
So I'll ask you a question. I'm going to answer a question with a question,
Okay.
right? We saw a spurt of energy from the Bulldogs early in the second quarter. what did we stop doing and what did they start doing that made that few minutes effective for them and then stopped late in the second quarter? Because that is what I would go back to. But again, Baca's in there making adjustments. The coaching staff at Round Valley is getting ready to make some changes. I was surprised to see the majority of the time the ball going to 8 and 24. Completely honest, especially when Ethan, looking at their stats, says it looks like they're well-rounded. There's 4 or 5 guys that are all averaging a number of yards. And so I was expecting us to have a who's got the ball, to almost, it just be this constant, we have no idea who's going to get the ball. And then I made the joke in the second quarter, well, is it 8 or 24? Who's going to touch the ball? And then occasionally Kislinberry hanging on to it, right? And those have been moderately effective. But I guess that would be maybe my thought is them needing to diversify their offense, because you got to score, but then on the same note, their defense has to start stopping the ball so the offense can make some scores, I guess.
So now that I'm thinking about it, if they can pass the ball, who's gotten more yards per penalty for pass interference?
So I'm going to throw it wherever Harlan is. If you're going to ask me,
why not target that side of the field where Riley's at and put a little pressure on him?
He's got to be just a little gun shy. Wouldn't you be at this point?
Yes. Every time they've targeted that side of the field, it seems like they throw a flag Riley's way, which can be a little discouraging, but I would expect that. If I was a coach, I would pick up on that, get him a little frustrated if he's still that way.
The only thing that Riley does have going for him has been the last 15 minutes where he can hopefully get his head right? Forget about the first half, try to silo that and come back out fresh.
Yes.
But it's just like any injury or any cut that you get, the first time a little bit of sweat or salt gets in it, it's going to come right back. You're going to remember all those penalties. And so
yes,
that is something that could happen, right?
And it's no disrespect to Riley, because he's actually played pretty dang good coverage in the first half. He played great coverage. They were not able to really pass the ball to his side, as far as I've noticed. They haven't completed it on his side, but he's just gotten caught with those penalties, and it's been unfortunate.
I mean, it is. It seems super lopsided that Riley has had the lion's share of the penalties.
Yes.
And so we'll see if that gets picked up on. We'll see if they don't or they do. I mean, we're about to find out in about 3 minutes. Ethan, how about you? What changes on both sides of the ball here as we go into the second half?
I'd like to say the Bulldogs are going to try and rely on that passing attack more, but they've had so much pressure that it's going to be some tough sledding. You know what I mean? They had a couple good run plays, but it just hasn't been consistent for them. So they're going to have to figure out, how's the best way to move forward. Maybe some nice quick slant passes, something, get the ball out of there quick.
So both of you are saying their passing game being the biggest
Yes.
thing that needs to change here in the second half for the Bulldogs.
Yep.
But also, I mean, you can't get pressure with a 4-man rush on a 5-step drop and be successful in the passing game. Like, you've got to give a little bit more time. Mm-hmm. He's got to be able to read the defense and have the time to do that. So
Ethan, here, let me pick your brain for a second here.
All right.
So we say they need to pass.
yes.
Okay. And I brought this up with Wes here, is that unfortunately Riley's been called for 2 pass interference calls. Would you target Riley again on that side just to see if he pulls up another pass interference call and get that extra 15-yard penalty?
Yes, I would, simply for the fact you already saw him playing softer coverage.
That next pass.
After the next 2 times he threw it that way, he was staying off a yard or so because he didn't want the PI.
Right.
Which, I mean, once you get past 15 yards, arguably, I'd rather have the PI than the completion, right? For high school rules.
Yes.
So,
but then
if I was the coach for Riley, I'd say, hey, look, man, you've had 2 that haven't gone your way, but I love the aggressiveness. Keep doing what you're doing. You're not hurting the team. I would make sure he understood that.
Yes, because I also told Wes that every other time that they've passed it Riley's way, it's been an incompletion. They haven't caught it on his side. So it's either like it's a penalty, unfortunately, because, and I'm sorry, Winslow fans, I'm calling it bogus calls. But
I feel like the first one, arguable. He had a hand on him.
The closest
was
of
he
the
yanking
3.
on him? I didn't look like it to me, but sure, okay.
It was.
I could see that one
it
maybe
was the
50-50,
closest.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The second one when he fell down, I didn't feel very good about that one.
I thought he
but-
was preserving. I thought he was trying to not hurt somebody.
Yeah, so. But still, yeah, I mean, and from what I saw, a little softer coverage on that side, but still staying with his man, stride for stride, just playing him a little softer.
Yep.
So from what Coach and I were talking about, we were talking about when do you bring in the underclassmen? When do you make that pivot? Do you do it after another touchdown happens or before? Curtis's thought in the chat is that you let the JV kids play longer. So I think Curtis's vote would be to put him in first offensive series and go ahead and let him have as much opportunity as they can. So we'll see what happens. The Elks defense is going to be starting things off because if I'm not mistaken, the Bulldogs will be getting to receive the ball as we start the third quarter.
Yes, they did defer the option to the second half there at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, what I would say is go ahead, let varsity come out, get the stop if you're going to get it, and then get a good drive, maybe one more score, and then you've kind of, I don't want to say nail in the coffin, but you've definitely put to stop any sort of halftime adjustment momentum that the Bulldogs may have, and then you feel good about the underclassmen taking over from there.
All right, well, we're going to find out right now. Let's switch cameras and back at the action. Kevin Flores.
Caught at about the 3 or 4 yard line this time.
And we're going to get to the 20. No, we're going to get to 15.
Consistency is the key.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sierra Propane third quarter action. Sierra Propane consistently providing service to the Round Valley community.
Bingo.
For a long, long time. They've got cool new deals for new customers, so if you don't have propane and you need some, make sure you give them a yell. That's Sierra Propane, located in Springerville, serving our community and communities. If you have a kid playing any Little League team, if you're involved in the community, you know you've seen Sierra Propane on the back of a jersey before. They are all over. So a huge thanks to them for supporting Let's Go Elks here and bringing you the third quarter as Kislinberry puts a man in motion. And then he comes back. Number 8 is going to pass the ball, or he wanted to, but he's going to get sacked deep in the backfield.
Noah Dana, number 65 on that one.
So, Coach, I think that might be a little bit of what you guys were alluding to. They were trying to run their pass game, but they were changing it up. They were. Was Kislinberry going to be a receiver? Was he going to run for it? Because they give it to 8, and 8 was posting up to make a pass. But to Ethan's point, you got to have time to make that happen, and Round Valley's defense not letting that happen at all.
And it's kind of discouraging as an offensive line when you have 5 offensive line blocking and 4 defensive linemen being able to get through.
Guys, we are deep in Bulldog territory. They're going to get to about the 10-yard line. It's going to be third down, and I'm going to say 18.
65?
That's 2 plays in a row by Noah Dana.
Noah Dana coming out strong in the second half. Guys, check out that moon. All of a sudden, just bam.
That's pretty awesome.
That's cool. I like it. I would tell Amanda to get it in the shot, but then it'll mess the white balance.
I know.
So, no, don't do it.
For the record, I did white balance the camera again, and as soon as I pointed it back at the field, it was very confused. I think it's the 2 different levels of light are confusing the autofocus.
For the record, I switched the camera so we could watch you do it, and then I switched it back before you did it because I felt bad. So, 24 with a pitch way out to the left side. No, he doesn't. Never mind.
Double reverse pass.
To number 6. Number 6 got it, chopping his feet. It's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs. Look at you guys. Let's buy a Powerball ticket.
Wow.
Making the prediction on the adjustments. That's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs. And you can feel the difference already in the stands. And so let's see if that persists.
Sometimes it takes one play. And unfortunately, I mean, he was wide open, but the ball brutally underthrown. Had to come back about 8-9 yards to get underneath it.
It could have been a touchdown if he was able to lead him there.
True.
Indeed.
And that's what we were talking about right there at the end of the second half. One big play can change the momentum of the game. And that's what they needed to get going, I think.
24 with the carry, only good for about a yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 9. That was the play that they were going for the last time, but then they
Number 54 in on the tackle there.
They double reversed it and then made the pass. Let me switch out so I can see what I've got. on the roster for number 5-4. I see.
Trayson Merrill.
Yeah. Oh, it switched. That's right.
That's right.
It was Brody. Now it's Trayson Merrill. You can't change numbers on me mid-season. What are we doing? All right, Kislenberry from the shotgun, rolls left side, looks right side. Ball
was tipped in the air.
into the hands of 24.
Still only good for about a yard.
Just
unfortunately.
slide the marker just a little bit. 3rd and 7/8. 3rd and 7 and 7/8. Luker with the tackle. So says Randy up top.
I mean, a pass 2 yards downfield, and Noah Dana's still getting in on the tackle.
What did they give him at halftime?
Oh,
Do you still have all your Dr. Peppers / energy drinks?
Oh, no, they're gone.
Oh, no.
2 energy drinks gone, 2 Dr. Peppers gone.
We-
I am set for this second half.
We may put Coach in the back seat on the way back. I don't know. Kislenberry from the shotgun with the drop. Here comes the pressure by the Elks.
Gets down
tripped
by
up by.
Clark.
Is that Clark?
That is Keanu
that-
Reeves Clark.
That is the king. That is the homecoming king. Keanu, Neo, the one, Reeves, Clark, the third.
See, I'm starting to clap my hands and get all excited.
Everybody clap your hands. All right. It's 4th and long. Special teams coming out. We got Brett Jordan and is that Walker?
Number 19.
1-9. Wow, my brain.
I don't have a 1-9 on my roster.
I'm
there.
looking for a 1-9 here. Leon.
Good bounce for Winslow this time.
Yeah, it didn't bounce directly back 8 yards the other way. So 35-yard line?
That's what it's looking like here.
All right.
Perfect.
Once again, Sierra Propane bringing you the 3rd quarter action. Guys, we are already 4 minutes into this quarter. And I'm going to jinx everything, knock on wood, whatever, but lack of yellow things on the field in this quarter.
Where's that wood?
Oh, I love it. Toby Slade Puzzy. Go King Keanu.
Telling you.
Hey, guess what? They brought out another piece of homecoming royalty out. Your junior king, Nell Rubalcaba, is in at center.
Nell's back. Okay, from the shotgun. Nell with a good snap right to Riker to Harlan.
Harlan.
Lost about a yard on the play.
Big tackle from number 72.
2nd down.
Evo Clark.
See, the Bulldogs doing their part. The Winslow Bulldogs trying to be loud and crazy because I think they know this is a pivotal series right here.
Once again, big
Absolutely.
tackle from number 72, Memo Clark. Picks up a 2nd down.
Or they just really like 72. One or the other. All right.
Memo getting a pop.
Elmer closest to us on the left side.
Brett Jordan with the pass.
Pass up to
Riker.
Clark.
That's
oh,
Riker
no.
Marble.
Brett Jordan to Marble.
Holy cow. From the 34 all the way to the opposite 24. 26 plus 16.
Ooh.
Nice little 42-yard pass there.
We're moving the chains. Was that, okay, how many plays has Brett been in, or did they give Brett the ball to pass? I wasn't ready for that.
No, he's been at quarterback this series.
This series? Okay.
Yes.
I just haven't said Marble from the shotgun, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, because he's slightly taller. That's the thing. 23, Brett Jordan at quarterback. So that is an adjustment. That's an adjustment that we've seen. He's going to hold on to it. Brett Jordan right side.
Take the option.
Comes to the left side. He's got one block. That's in. That's 6 points. That's a touchdown.
Well,
25-yard run there for Brett Jordan.
To quote the Little Giants, Mr. Momentum may be changing his address.
indeed,
Ooh.
yeah.
I like it.
Trail Riders touchdown here halfway through the 3rd quarter puts the Elks 41-0. So again, this is an opportunity where they could decide not to kick the PAT and not make it a 42-point ball game. If they do, and it's good, the clock now runs. We have hit the 42-point mercy rule in the 2nd half. So unless it's an injury, unless it's a timeout, or unless the officials say we're going to stop the clock should run at the kick, I'm going to guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's not going to start until play resumes again.
Don't they normally notify the coaches first to be like, hey, it's going to be a running clock?
It's a rule that exists, so they can let them know, but this should start the running clock. The only difference in the running clock rule is if it happens in the first half, but then the team recovers and makes it less than a 42-point ball game, it would stop running until the second half. And now it just runs. We've hit the point that it should just run.
Okay, so just as a spectator here, the first signs of real frustration on the Bulldogs sideline. A couple of players coming back off of that defensive
Is it Star
series
Wars on the
and
atmosphere, Mike, now, by the way?
I think so, yeah.
Sorry, frustration.
No, you're good, yeah.
Frustration, Ethan, what do you got?
Just what the Bulldog faithful were worried about it looks like the signs are starting to show up on the sidelines, and so I don't know. Not feeling like Winslow's in a good place right now.
And it's hard to stop that. Once that train leaves the station, it's hard to reverse that because it's just a virus that just spreads throughout the team super quick.
So, luckily it hasn't gotten chippy at all. We haven't had a bunch of unsportsmanlike. So,
Coach, do we see new numbers on the defense? Have we seen an adjustment on the defensive side of the ball here?
I see a couple out there. Coulter Luker's been in and out of the game on defense, and he's actually made an impact already. He has a sack and 3 tackles, and I see 42 out there. I believe that's Cochran out there for the Elks as well.
Jeffrey in the ball game. All right.
What's Cochran's number?
42.
42. Who's 80?
80 is Perez is what I'm seeing on my
so
roster.
that's on the line. That's the big change I see there. Number 80.
5-yard gain on the play brings up a 2nd down and 5.
Heidi Marble letting us know that the student section is small but fantastic and ferocious. I'm going to look at this attachment if I can.
I am not.
The attachment has not downloaded yet, so I'm not sure what we're doing. But we'll have to let Amanda know. Maybe we can get a zoom in on the student section.
Number 3, Isaiah Romero. Be good for a 1st down for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs getting a 1st down. 5.5 minutes left in the Sierra Propane 3rd quarter here in Winslow. The weather is on point. I will say right now, like this is good.
This is awesome.
We will be spoiled into the playoffs too, because we're home for the next 2 weeks, and then playoffs happen. If we seed a home game for the playoffs, then we're not going anywhere. Quarterback hangs onto it, pass to the left side. Pass is caught.
Oh, great yards after the initial contact.
A little bit of can't stop, won't stop for a 1st down right there for the Bulldogs.
Indeed, he was hit about a yard short of the first. Surged ahead for at least 6, maybe 7 more yards.
Larson with the reception and then a carry for a couple yards as he drug 3 or 4 Round Valley Elks with him over to the 1st down.
Yeah, well done, Brian Larson there.
So that passing game, again, getting it done for the Bulldogs.
So, again, the biggest adjustment you guys predicting needing to happen for the Bulldogs. Let's see if they can continue to translate that. Who's got the ball? Quarterback still keeps it. It's going to get to about the 45-yard line on the Elks side. 4:10 as the clock runs. Good for 5 yards after all of that dancing. 2nd and 5.
Good coverage there by the secondary, but couldn't get too much pressure in there from the D-line of the Elks there.
Gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Rustin McBride letting us know the clock is not or was not running. So we'll have to watch that and see if it is a running clock or if it is not. Nice wrap up there. Can we finish it?
Yes, indeed.
Who initiated that tackle?
Looks like.
No.
Oh, I can't tell what that jersey.
Turn.
I think that's.
Is that Jeffrey?
I think that's number.
No,
it's number
16.
I don't have 16 on my defensive roster.
I'm looking right now. 1-6. I have Govan. K. Govan.
Well done, Kay.
He's got a tackle.
Atta baby.
Okay.
That is 31 tackles now for the Elks tonight.
3rd and 11. They're going to hand it off to 24 left side. He busts through something fierce.
That boy fast.
The Bulldogs will go onto the board with 2:41 left in the third. The clock has stopped, so it is interesting to see why the clock is not running at this point.
Because the rule is it continues to run.
After the half.
After the half.
Once you broach 42 points, it should not stop. But, and that's still a 3A rule, right? I'm not like thinking old 2A days, right? This is a thing that happens.
I don't remember seeing any updates to the rules, but
Dan Muth.
Dan Muth, Shane Walker, the people that know the rules much better than me, let us know in the comments. Am I speaking crazy talk right now? Well, I am speaking crazy talk, but specifically about the rule.
Bulldogs lining up to go for 2.
You gotta. Quarterback rolls to the right side, looks to the end zone.
Oh,
in and out of the hands of Brett Jordan.
23, yep.
2-point conversion.
2:41 left in the Sierra Propane third quarter as your Round Valley Elks up 6-42 here in Winslow. I mean, I love hearing the fight song.
Indeed.
I'm like, why,
Strange.
But why right now? I don't understand.
Yeah, I even noticed earlier in the game they were doing the Florida State chant.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's a thing.
I love it.
Yeah. I even saw a few tomahawks out there, so.
So, Dan, the clock will stop no matter what during, even when Mercy Rule is in effect, the clock will stop until the kickoff occurs again. Shane is saying that under 42 stops the clock now, but I think that's only in the first half that's a thing. Guys, real quick, while we are getting back to the action, huge thanks to Pioneer Title Agency helping us bring the action here. If you're buying or selling, getting things set up that way, they are the title agency that will make it easy to deal with. They got a vernacular that is friendly to the customer, and they'll make it easy to understand all the things that are going on. So please go see them in Springerville. It opens the doors to new opportunities of success and friendship. Go see Carly and the really cool team at Pioneer Title Agency. Ball picked up on the 25-yard line.
That's Leone with the ball.
Leone.
Stopped around, looks like the 38-yard line.
Lots of whistles.
Even the whistles got whistles.
At least the whistles don't have flags.
Short return for number 19, Jose Leon.
Yeah, it's the little things.
We're 9.5 minutes into this third quarter, and again, knock on wood, we have not had one flag.
6-yard line.
I like it.
Keep the game
Did
going.
they got them all out of their system?
Yes. The bogus ones. Sorry. That's the coach in me. Brett in again at quarterback, faking the handoff up the middle and running it himself for about 6 to 7 yards there. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Elks.
Riley Harlan, I think, did a really good job selling that fake, and Brett Jordan going on the right side. Solid 6 yards out of it, 2nd down.
Play brings up a 2nd down and 4 for Round Valley.
Oh, nice run there by Jordan.
Got Elmer and Walker closest to us here on our side.
Handoff is given. Gain of about 2 on the play.
Riley Harlan on the run.
Up the middle.
Run by number 4, Riley Harlan.
Just a gain of 1 on the play there, unfortunately for Riley.
4th and 1 at the 45.
Number 58, Saletti Sirius.
Yeah, met right at the line by 2 Bulldogs, able to bring him down.
What do you think they do here?
Go for it.
Go for it?
I mean, the safe thing is to go ahead and punt because where we're at from a points perspective. But with different players in, I say go ahead and go for it, and you punch the one. I mean, I hear there's a 92% success rate in such situations.
And
QB,
it looks like
well,
they
yeah,
are
they're
going
not lining
for it.
up under center, so no QB sneak here.
Bulldogs look like they're going to bring lots of pressure here.
We're going to dump a pass over the line of scrimmage.
Oh, trying to go with the old hard count timeout method.
Hey, there's a flag on the play. Well, solid work by the Bulldogs, not biting on that. And now I think we see a punt.
Yes.
I think Riker scoots back now with 2 seconds on the clock, and we're going to punt into the 4th quarter.
Unless he punts directly out of bounds. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of a kickoff where the clock wouldn't move.
Yeah.
Yep. Clock starts on the snap. Beautiful punt there by Riker. Oh, look at that bounce.
Oh, it's still
From
going.
the 40
Punts have been on point today for Mr. Marble.
all the way to the 5-yard line. Another, 55-yard punt right there.
It's not even his first 50-yard punt of the evening.
No. He's coming clutch to pin the Bulldogs deep in their own territory.
So this is a huge opportunity for us to see a potential safety for the Elks. Second time that we'll be that deep, right, as the Elks will have a chance to put 2 on the board in a different way. Oh, that's really funny. I was just thinking, I was looking down at my talking points, wanting to talk about White Mountain Off-Road, who have 2-seater to 6-seater UTVs, ATVs. They've got paddles, they've got bikes, they've got whatever off-road adventure you want to have for your 2023 summer season. I know they're gonna shut things down here pretty quick as they go into their off season, but they can book now for the 23 season. But I was actually going to bring up Ryan because I saw Ryan this morning, and I had talked to him about the game in Monument Valley, and he's like, "Man, Ethan did good. That was just a rough night. That was just all around." And he's like, "If I can help and stuff," and I'm like, "Man, I get it, but as the dad of a quarterback, that's got to be a rough deal to try to be, on point and be able to talk, because that's just a lot of pressure."
Indeed, yeah.
But a huge thanks to White Mountain Off-Road for bringing the support to the Elks here on Let's Go Elks.
Brody Ziegler not fooled there. Tackled in the backfield.
I think it's still in.
Yeah.
Where are they going to mark it? On the 1,
Looks
the
like
2,
at the
maybe?
2.
Yeah, the 2. 4th quarter action brought to you by Molly Butler Lodge in Greer, Arizona. I already hear people talking about mud pie, and I don't even have to bring it up. So
Fruits of the forest all day.
Go get the fruits of the forest. Be happy about life. Get you a big old cut of steak. They got the Mormon gravy. I really like their shrimp cocktails. I'm not kidding. But, hey, you know what? Probably the funnest thing about it is just the atmosphere that's up there at Molly Butler's. And go see the fine folks up there. Sandy and Irene will take care of you, whatever the occasion is. Go have some good food at Molly Butler Lodge in Greer.
Run up the middle there for the Bulldogs.
Gain of 2, back to the marker. I've actually had the opportunity to DJ their New Year's dance a couple times. So we have a party there at Molly's after dinner closes down, and we ring in the new year. Man, a year or 2 ago, we had some snow coming down. I was worried about getting the yeehaw out of there, but we made it. It was all good.
We joined you one year, me and my wife, and that was a good time.
Was it that year, or was it a different year when it was snowing like Crazy Town? I think it was snowing like Crazy Town last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ethan and his wife joined us a few years ago, and it was an enjoyable time. Lots of giveaways, lots of fun, but great people there at the historic Molly Butler Lodge in Greer, Arizona. Quarterback from the shotgun, up the middle. Not a lot of gain on that. I see it being still 10 yards to go.
Yeah, not fooled. But looked like was he under pressure and decided to run it, or was that as a design delayed draw?
I was not sure about that.
I think the latter. Yeah, and the Bulldogs. Yeah.
Yep.
Daddy number 24 giving us the confirmation there. letting us know. Hey, enjoy watching your boy, by the way. He's doing a fantastic job tonight. No, seriously, super fun to watch. Punt is up. That one's got more distance than the previous that we've seen. Picked up on the 38. Brett Jordan had to take a couple steps to readjust himself. He's going to get to the 33? Question mark?
Number 23, Brett Jordan.
-5.
-5?
Looks like they're going to put him at the 28.
Copy that.
I see what you're saying.
Okay.
30.
I was on the
Yes.
wrong line. Brain
Yes.
was on the wrong line. 9:42 left in the ball game.
I was going to ask you, does raising it an octave make it become more true?
Maybe. It definitely loses confidence when I raise it. I think so. I don't even know.
Well, clock is running, even though it was a turnover on downs now. So
See,
I don't know what's going on with this clock crew.
See, the change from 2A to 3, I know there was a difference in how the mercy rules processed. I was reading, but I'm going to try to broadcast, and we'll see if I can find the actual rule in the rule book.
That was big number 76 for the Bulldogs in on that stop.
Bulldogs have a couple players that are sized very well.
I don't have a 76 on my roster, so
One more page.
well, he said 72 maybe?
There is a 72.
I for sure thought it was a 6, but maybe 72. Memo?
And since the crowd's going crazy, it might be number 72 because that's what they did
Last time
That is also
they
true,
lost
yeah.
it. That's it.
Let's go memo.
Memo. From the shotgun, Brett Jordan hands off.
Leon.
Nice catch there by 72 again. There we go. Nemo's going to get some more lug from the Bulldogs as he stops up that run. 3rd and 10.
Memo Clark.
Memo.
Quite the game for little Harpo.
3rd down and 10 for round out.
Looks like we're having a change at quarterback now. Number 22, which I believe is Brenton Walker.
Brenton Walker, freshman, coming into the ball game. So 8 minutes left here in Winslow, not Blue Ridge. Walker pitches right side. Nice execution there. Pitch to, is that 18?
19, Leon again.
19. Leon now in. We're going to kick a field goal, I want to say. So let's see. Ball's on the 28. Let's add 7 to that. It's going to be a 45-yard field goal attempt right now.
Yeah, that was Saletti Sirius on the tackle for the Bulldogs, number 58.
Did you say Sirius Black? What? Excuse me?
Saletti Sirius.
What? Setio?
Yeah, that's a serious name.
Okay. Looks like it's going to be about a 45-yarder there for Kevin Flores. I'm turning the tide into this conversation.
If only I would have said that like 30 seconds ago, I think. I don't know. From the hash, 45-yard attempt for Flores. Nice shot there by our sideline camera. Oh, is it up to the side? It's short.
Hooks it to the left.
See, and the clock is running now.
No good.
Who knows what's going on with this clock crew? I think they're about as confused as I am at this point.
I think they remember.
Now it stopped.
Yeah.
Now it stopped.
So let's say I think they remembered they had something in the oven.
They heard me talking about it. They heard me say something was going on.
So they're giving the okay. This is a rule that we talked about against Ganado, where Kevin kicked a couple of field goals and he happened to miss them.
It goes to the 20.
Goes to the 20, but my understanding was they take the ball where it was.
It's a turnover.
Yes, it's a turnover on downs. It's not a touchback.
I don't know. I don't know football.
So, Dan Muth, if you have a comment, please let us know on this one.
Well, no, Dan, if you have a comment, keep it to yourself. But if you can tell us what the rule means, then you may go ahead and give us. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, there we go. There's a flag.
Oh, it feels like home now.
Is someone saying something about someone's mama?
Pointing right at the umpire's pointing right at the Elks. Let's see what the white hat has for us.
I think he was saying that was a really good defensive play. No, I don't think that's what he was doing.
Personal foul.
Brett Jordan.
I didn't see anything on that. I saw a nice hard tackle, and everybody got up, and that was it.
Scrub back on the live stream, guys. Let us know if you see something. 6.5 minutes left. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They trail by 36 here late in the fourth. Ball on the ground. They will recover as far as I can see it.
Now, was that a penalty worth 15 yards or 10?
Personal foul. 15?
Always 15, I thought.
Thought so.
Oh, boy.
At any rate, it's another opportunity to display my blissful ignorance of the rules of this game in high school level.
Yeah, honestly, why do I have a microphone?
Because no one else is willing to make the drive.
It's
Wes.
true. It's what's up. And you're watching Let's Go Elks.
Little reverse there.
We're headed to the left side. 24 with it. Bobbin, weaving, checking on the feet. Mom's on her feet. That would be number 24. It's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs. 5:37 left in the ballgame.
First and 10 Bulldogs.
Forced out of bounds there by Connor Luker.
Pet band's got me moving. Maybe it's I'm a little cold. I
I was
don't
about
know.
to say, the temperature dropped a little.
Haven't
It's
moved
giving
in a
me wanting
minute.
to kind of do a little something. Something.
Well, when you're only wearing a T-shirt.
Well, I had a sweatshirt, but I didn't want to put it on because it was so warm, and now it's so cold. I'm confused.
No, I'm not.
What do I do?
I'm not going to say.
It's
anything.
9 o'clock at night. Nobody knows.
8 in motion. Kisslingberry doesn't give it to him. Looking to the left side. Ball's in the air. Nice pass. Number 4, your intended receiver. About a half a step behind it.
Pass intended for number 4, Vinny Capuccio.
See, the official calling.
Capuccio.
The official calling to run the clock. The
Yeah.
back official.
They're saying let it roll.
See, so incomplete pass. The clock is running. The mercy rule after 42 points is breached in the second half, I believe, sticks. Period. In the first half, if they bring it back within 42, it stops.
So I'm watching the instant replay. He calls a stop for the clock. He has it stopped.
And then runs.
he runs
And then
it.
he runs it.
So what are...
Does he have somewhere to be?
I'm done with that rule. Oh, hey.
Not.
Unnecessary roughness there. If you see that on this next play from number 75 from the Bulldogs.
Down Bulldogs.
Let's go.
White Hat not calling that one at all. He threw one of our guys to the ground and then slammed on him.
We're going to watch the instant replay, see if we can see it right now. Oh, we switched views to get the nice, sweet run. But yeah, a little bit of extracurricular it sure looked like in the backfield there.
We got the throw into the ground, but then there was kind of some belly flop action.
He's going to be a professional wrestler someday, okay? Leave him alone.
Getting a little chippy out there from the Bulldogs. I think it's frustration. at this
Kisslingberry
point.
passed to the left side. Was it, or was it out of bounds?
Signaled as a catch.
Pass is complete. Number 4, Vinny Capuccio.
Clock has stopped. Clock is running. This is a fun game.
Yeah.
Wow. So we've got body slams, clocks going on and off,
Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
tons of penalties.
You know, I really like what they did with the reboot, other than I felt like the... Oh, here we go. Handoff left side. Got some momentum moving.
Big run, number 3. Isaiah
I thought the
Romero.
cameos of the original Ghostbusters really was lacking, like in what they did with the plot. But I kind of like the new movie, the Afterlife movie. I thought they did good.
I haven't seen it yet,
Same.
which is a
What?
shame because I love the first 2 Ghostbusters.
Come on over. Let's go.
I only like originals.
Challenge accepted.
So my kids, it's so interesting because they make those movies for us, I think, right? Because it's nostalgia for us from the 90s.
Yeah.
My kids watch those, and then they're like, wait, there's another movie? And so they go back, and now we have to watch the old ones, so my kids are all watching it backwards. I believe he's going to punch it in for 6. That's a touchdown for the Bulldogs.
That's
2:45.
Brian Larson.
Okay, the clock stopped. Is it going to continue to run?
So Pat said, or not Pat, Dan said this is an untimed down. And so is the PAT always stop the clock? And I would say yes, because that's a lot of time between the touchdown and the kickoff, right? So
yes.
don't count any of that because the teams have, what, a minute to now place themselves after the play. So I get that.
Yeah, 30 seconds. You know, you still have a play clock for the PAT, so you still have 30 seconds for it, and then the time between. You know, I understand that one.
Sure. Going for 2. Quarterback keeps it. I think he's going to get in there. He's got the room. Bulldogs are going to put 2 on the board, making it a 14-42 ball game with 2:45 left. How about the fight song? Yeah. Elks coming off the field as kick return gets ready to get on there.
I would just like to highlight from chat when talking about the clock action, we got a shruggy emoji from Dan Muth. So
That's a who knows at this point.
yes.
No, and I've seen that emoji in real life by
Yeah.
Dan Muth. I'm
Oh, boy.
Guys, make sure you stay tuned for the
Hello,
Lackey.
everybody.
Hey, somebody found out there's a microphone hanging on the fence.
It's just taped to a fence.
Awesome.
What could that possibly be for? I don't know. Let's talk into it.
Well, ladies and
Just
gentlemen,
don't say any naughty words and we'll
Randy
all
Serio,
be
I want to let
okay.
you know It has been an honor to be your PA announcer
Dad noticed.
Hi,
Yeah.
Sissy.
season.
Hey, Bubba.
I'd like to
Give it a
thank
shout.
you.
Ethan, he can't hear you. I'm
Oh.
sorry. I
I'm
wish.
sorry. I
He
forgot
doesn't have a
microphones don't
headset.
work that way.
It's not how that works.
I tried.
Stay tuned for the Lackey Reynolds postgame show, folks. We got a little bit of action as soon as the game is over, but not until 2 minutes and 45 rolls off the clock here in the Molly Butler Lodge. Fourth, I don't think that was really an attempt at an onside, but it was a different kick for the Bulldogs. We're going to get to the 40 with it, though.
Squib? Question mark?
Yeah. Yeah. But a good return, 15 yards there for Leon. He's had a couple returns tonight. So good for him.
Bien por ti. Bienvenidos a Winslow, Arizona.
If you can hear me, Sissy, hi. Serena. Romeo.
I hope that
Whoa.
Sissy's watching the live stream. I really do.
Romeo. Shout out.
Where art thou, Romeo? Oh, poor him. I turned that microphone
All right.
down.
I gave him the thumbs up. He knows we can hear him. We got a shout out there.
Is he calling me sissy? Is that what's going on?
His sister.
I hope so.
What's your name?
Number 55, Rudy
Nice stop by the Bulldogs. Going to bring it second down.
Gain of 1 on the play
gain.
for Leon.
I thought it was the other way. So good. Gain of 1.
Yeah, no forward progress before he got dragged back. So
2 minutes on the clock.
Elks preparing to saunter to the line.
Sauntering, yes.
I haven't seen this out of our JV yet, I think, in a varsity game, but they don't pass much.
The JV period.
Correct.
Okay.
At least in a varsity game, I haven't. I would like to see it, though. Some
E-
versatility.
Ethan, would you say in the last 10 years we've seen a downturn in passing game for the Elks on the whole? We used to see a lot of third down play action opportunities, and I don't feel like we see those anymore.
Walker on the keeper.
I definitely feel like we haven't given up on the pass, but we've definitely tried to incorporate like a run option style more than a strict like
tackle by number 58,
spread
Rudy
/
Serio.
West Coast style offense where it's a lot more, planned runs with it.
And
A little more college style.
Well, and part of that has to be you play to your players, right?
Yeah.
We may be passing less because we have less of an effective receiving team. And I'm not saying that with any facts behind it other than you have to play the plays that your players are able to play.
Mm-hmm.
And that was if you're playing a drinking game involving the word play, I'm sorry you just passed out.
Yeah. And if you're a coach and you're not coaching your team to the strength of your quarterback, then you're doing your team a disservice.
That's
so
it.
when you've got a quarterback in Marble that is so mobile and can run so well, of course you're going to run the option.
Yep. We played a lot of option when I was in high school.
19, Jose Leon.
Clock will continue to run. There's 28 seconds. Play clock is 30, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
So this technically was the last play of the ball game. Elks do not have to snap the ball again. They're not hurrying out, so I think that's what
Well,
we're going to see. If anything, it's fourth down, just victory.
Coach Haas is motioning to
come
his
back.
offense. Come back.
Come back. Yeah.
Game's
And
over.
we see knucks and fist bumps and from the Bulldogs to the Elks. So
Okay, I want to see if they pull out the gritty a little bit more there on the
Yeah,
Elks
we'll
sideline.
hold the sideline. Oh, wait, no.
no,
Madrid. Ah!
don't do it.
There once was a man. Oh, sorry. I was getting a little seasick there. I'm happy they're playing the fight song for us. That's real nice.
Makes it convenient when we don't have a pet band, but their pet band will do it for us.
It's appreciated. Do you pay extra for that? I don't know, but
Love
it is appreciated. Well, we got some hands shaking. were exchanging compliments, which we did see. That was nice. Like, even with time on the clock, the Bulldogs and the Elks were shaking hands. So while I think you guys called out that it got a little chippy, it never got crazy. Like, I don't think it ever got where it was nuts.
Just a play or two, maybe. Nothing out of hand.
Well, and how many penalties on the whole in the second half? I mean, just a couple.
I would say 3, and they were all on us, unfortunately.
Well, 3 compared to the 23 that happened in the first half, right? I mean, but what's nuts is that it only resulting in 105 yards of total yards in the penalties, but a lot. A total. Okay, so that's less than I thought. That's what? 3, 6, 8. No, that's 12. 11. 11 penalties total there. So I felt like that was a lot more flags. Maybe it was just in so much frequency at the beginning that it felt different. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. But Elks headed into the locker room. Bulldogs getting talked to in the end zone there. So that makes the Elks 5-3. The Bulldogs are now 4-4. So that was a conversation that we'd had on the way over just a little bit, was the Elks in the last 3 games of their season. How does these next 3 games position them for the playoffs, right? What are we going to see for them as we're obviously shooting for a home playoff game, right? And so a win here definitely helps set us up for that. We've got Page and then Blue Ridge to wrap things up, both at home. So looking good for the Elks, but a lot can happen in 2 weeks.
Well, and we were looking at conference standings, or do you guys call it region here in Arizona? I'm used to Colorado where we call it conference.
3A East.
It would be.
I think it's a region.
Okay, so we were looking at the region stats, and we had Blue Ridge with us in that 3-1 category for this region, and now we are 4-1. So it'd be interesting to see what Blue Ridge brings in this week's, I guess tomorrow night's game, and next week's, when we finally meet them for the last game of the season.
And correct me if I'm wrong, we were looking at the standings, and it was Sholo, Blue Ridge, us.
Correct,
right?
yes.
And so I could only attribute that to strength of schedule, but I'm not sure. But with both of us with 3-1 conference standings, Blue Ridge was listed number 2 for our region right now.
So looks like we got to go beat Blue Ridge.
I mean, it'd be nice.
Yes.
I'll take a win. So we played Blue Ridge. The last couple games have been scheduled away. The last time I think we actually played Blue Ridge, was that when it was snowy, Ethan? Was that when it was super cold and there was snow on the ground, or was that 2 games ago? I just remember that being a
2 years
super
ago,
chilly
and
game.
it was right off that sideline, and there was that nice, thick, hard, frozen bank of snow right off the sidelines.
It was chilly. Well, guys, we've already lost one of the panels of lights. They've shut down the temporary lights. It's already getting dark here.
And luckily it was only the little temporary
no, I know.
that we had in place.
I'm sure it ran out of gas, or they were just wrapping things up a little bit. But
so we still pretty much have all the lights on.
So what's being said in the locker room? What are the coaches putting a bow on the evening, kind of buttoning things up as we head out of this weekend, start getting ready for Page? What do you think Coach Bach and the rest of his staff are saying to the Elks?
O-line had an amazing game, I think.
Fair.
We didn't get sacked at all this entire game. We were able to we only attempted 6 passes the entire game, and 3 of them were completed, 2 of them were touchdowns.
So 2 and 4 in the first half, and then we attempted 2 more passes in the second half then.
Yep.
So 50% passing on the whole. I guess here, let me switch over so we can take a peek at that one more time at, oh my goodness, where's the button? One more time for your shortstop stats right here. 109 yards total passing for the Elks. So 3 passes resulting in 109 yards. That's not a shabby situation right there.
Right.
That's 36 yards, 36 and a third per pass right there. 160 yards in offense. Man, almost all of that in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Weren't we at 130 yards at the end of the first quarter?
Yeah, we were kind of on cruise control there from there on out. Just kind of getting stops from our defense, getting the ball, and that's when we had a lot of those JV players in, getting that game experience. You know, Brett Jordan was handing the ball off a little bit more. And then Brenton Walker coming in with Leon running the ball, and Brenton Walker there with a couple carries himself.
And that's going to change how the stats look, right? As you're
Absolutely.
growing the team with the underclassmen, you are going to see that change.
Yes.
Just a little bit. But a huge thanks to Shortstop for helping us bring the stats here on Let's Go Elks. Super, super appreciated as we try to keep – it's a hard game running the stats. Every play you got to be dialed in with who got it, how far, what's going on.
Yes.
Wait, another penalty? Who's on first? I have no idea what's going on.
I tried my best. I got it a little bit better than last game, so that I am proud of. So,
You know, that is
parents, if you're looking at it, I got your stats down pretty good this week.
that's literally the motto of Let's Go Elks is we try to do it a little bit better every time. Like, if we do one thing better, I think we're doing a good job. But
Yes. Well,
really not a lot left. I'm trying to think. You know, one thing we do want to discuss would be the adjustment of the game as we get Ethan Holiday back. Ethan, what are your thoughts as we discuss the adjustment of the game?
So for the adjustment of the game, I'm going to think about it a little bit and kind of go back one question first. You know,
Okay.
when you're talking about what is Coach saying in the locker room. If I was Coach, I'd say, hey boys, great turnout, got the result we wanted. We still got things to work on. Let's keep working hard, keep moving forward. Use this, you know, keep it positive, but make sure they understand that we can still get better. You know,
Silo the win.
Exactly.
Let's get to work on Monday.
yep.
Yep. Enjoy
fair.
it tonight, live it up, but we got to get back to work on Monday. There's some things we can tighten up and keep this team. I feel like the last 3 games has really been headed in a nice upward trajectory coming towards the end of the season, and so I like where they're headed. You know, I think some great adjustments overall. You know, a little bit of change up in how we've approached the run game.
Personnel-wise, too. You know,
Exactly.
you saw Trayson, you know, he was in that slot receiver, you know, type position, and then being moved into the line, helping that running game a little bit more.
You took it from me. That was going to be the adjustment of the game. And I know it wasn't this game. No, but I mean, it's great. As I really think I was going to make the joke that the adjustment was that Trayson has a new number on his jersey, right? But
There you go.
But I really think that is a huge adjustment. And that's a big ask. Not every player is willing and ready to give up something they've probably played for how many years to say, oh, you want me to be a lineman now, you know,
Yeah.
and be okay with it.
Absolutely.
But I think that shows some of Trayson's character and who he is as a player, willing to step into the position the team needs for the victory to happen.
Absolutely.
Right?
And, you know, whenever you move a player to a new position, they have 2 choices, and that's, you know, not accept that
Yep.
and get a chip on their shoulder and not conform to that role and struggle, or they embrace it, they give it their all, and typically, I mean, they really thrive and succeed, and that's what we've seen. I feel like it's definitely the latter approach is what Trayson's taken.
Yes.
And, I mean, it's been a big boon to the team, and so, you know, maybe that helps build a little trust in the coaches for everyone moving forward.
Yes.
Saying, hey, look, you know, he saw this change we needed, and it's worked out, you know.
It's not 100% apples to apples, but the words I were thinking of were surviving versus thriving, right?
Yep.
You can survive in the position that you've been forced into and hate it the whole time, or you can make lemonade with it. And I'm not saying that it was a bad move, but with what you're saying is you have to make that choice to accept the role that you've been given to play and excel at it. And I really think that Trayson is thriving in that position, not just surviving in the position that he's been given. So.
And then I've got one more thing to add
Let's go.
far as adjustments go. We talked a little bit at the half. We were giving Riley Harlan a little bit of flack there for those penalties there at the end of the first half.
Just feeling bad for him.
Yes, and seeing what he would do there in that second half, and no penalties. They weren't able to pass the ball on him, and so he made the adjustments that he needed, and the defense, I think, made those adjustments that they needed, and they weren't able to move the ball against those varsity players after making those adjustments. And then putting that JV in there, they were able to move the ball a little bit, you know, and then that's a varsity squad going up against that JV. But those varsity adjustments that were made worked.
You know, we teased that during halftime.
Yes.
Will he put his head on straight? Will he be able to silo the first half right? And he did.
Yeah, absolutely.
He very successfully did that. So a huge thanks to Winslow McNeil bringing you the adjustment of the game here in Winslow, Arizona. Oh, Winslow's adjustment. There's an echo in the room. But, guys, if you need to get something fixed, if you slept a little goofy, if you need to have something going on, Go
I'm
see
sorry.
Winslow. I know.
I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
hopped
That's
up-
my apologies.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. So, Winslow, thank you for bringing us the adjustment of the game. And I guess thank you to Riley and Trayson for being the adjustment of the game
Yes.
today
Indeed.
here. So, any last thoughts, any last words? I'm going to see, we could see if Scott, he's over here. We'll see if he's got any thoughts if we get him back over this way. But
Hey, Scott,
we'll see if we can snag him for just a second before we go.
anything you want to add to the game?
He wants to be the man behind the lens today. So Scott and his daughter were taking pictures, and they were on the video. So we'll see if they snag something extra cool. We'll try to throw a picture of that up over the weekend. So a huge thanks to the Madrid family for being our eyes on the field. Some awesome shots today, so make sure you guys check those out. We're trying not to get knocked out by an extension cord that might happen. Guys, I'm afraid what's going to happen if they turn off another light. We may need to shut things down so we can start getting out of here.
Sounds like a plan.
But, guys, huge thanks to all the crew here today. Amanda and William helping us with the cameras. Scott and his daughter as well running a camera out on the field. So for Let's Go Elks from Winslow, Arizona, I'm Wesley McBride.
I'm Ethan Holiday.
And I'm Brandon Mossness.
You guys have a great weekend. Be safe. Make good choices. You've been watching Let's Go Elks.